It's the Bob and Tom Show. Are you a successful entrepreneur or business person who appreciates all the perks that come with success? Lavish homes, flashy cars, generous expense accounts? Well, isn't it time you attain the ultimate status symbol? Your very own personal announcer. Your friends and colleagues will be impressed when they meet this dapper gentleman with the commanding voice. He's the announcer guy.
Hi, Phil. Thanks for coming to my party. Who's this?
Hey, Cindy. Check this out. This is my very own announcer guy. Hey, announcer guy, say something.
Hello, Cindy. It's time to meet your very special party guest. Say hello to Phil Mondor. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Well, thank you. Of course, I know Phil, and nice to meet you, Mr. Announcer Guy. By the way, Phil, you look great.
Oh, thanks. I got this new suit.
Tonight, Phil is dressed for success in a fashionable hand-tailored Armani suit. With softly constructed shoulders and a slimming silhouette, Phil is comfortably attired for whatever environment he should find himself in. Retail value, $2,500. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Ooh, I wish I hadn't given the price on this.
Wow. That's great. Phil, let me get you a drink. What are you having?
You know, I think I'll have a beer.
This evening, Phil will be enjoying Dewar's on the Rocks.
What?
Dewar's, the finest blended Scotch whiskey money can buy. And as always, we remind you to please drink responsibly. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
I guess a Scotch would be okay. Thanks, announcer guy.
He's your own personal announcer, and he's only available from Bob and Tom Enterprises, a division of Frigamall Industries.
You get more respect from the company you keep when you're introduced by a guy whose voice is really deep. Announcer guy, he makes announcements just for you.
He's the announcer guy, and like it or not, he'll follow you anywhere.
All right, my son, let's hear your confession.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been
3 months since his last confession. Good morning, Father O'Malley. Say hello to Phil Mondor. Recently, Phil has embezzled from the office football pool, run over the neighbor's cat, and has had some extraordinarily erotic dreams starring his 18-year-old neighbor, Caitlin Kravitz. Caitlin's appearance is brought to you by Nikon. Nikon, maker of the world's finest binoculars. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Jesus H. Christ, Phil Mondor. That's one hell of a confession, or my name's not Father Mark O'Malley. Now, here to present your penance is my announcer guy.
Thanks, Mark. For Phil's penance, Father O'Malley orders 10 Hail Marys and 20 Our Fathers. Now go and sin no more. And thanks for visiting Father O'Malley's confessional. And please accept these fabulous parting gifts. A case of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, and the hot new CD recording, Larry Morgan Reads the New Testament. This is Tony Lamont speaking.
Your friends will be impressed, and you'll be really proud when you're introduced by a guy whose voice is way too loud. Announcer guy, he makes announcements just for you.
The Announcer Guy, only from Bob and Tom Enterprises. This is Larry Morgan speaking.
Hello, Larry.
Hey, good night.
And hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's the Bob and Tom Show, and I have an announcement. Christy's in kind of a
Crusty today?
bumpy mood. As she said,
She looks good.
My dog pissed everywhere in the bathroom. I couldn't understand it. I don't know what
That's
else.
not what I said.
Christy, you look exceptionally good this morning.
Thank you, Tom.
Your bangs look nice.
did you shower?
I showered last night. I like to shower at night before I go to bed.
It is nice,
You didn't see the video?
I didn't get that one, no.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll resend it.
There you go.
Is this actual? Hi, Christy. Christy at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
I hope Pat saw Tom and I dancing to Levitating
Oh, that's right.
about 10 minutes ago. That was exciting. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey.
He's at the upside sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold on assignment. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
I opened up with the announcer guy, and I played that because I got an email yesterday morning from Larry Morgan.
How about that?
The Larry Morgan.
How's he doing?
Great. He goes, he was driving through the outskirts of Bakersfield.
Oh, yeah.
Listening to us on 98.5, the Fox.
Oh, good station. Loved
Enjoying the show very much. And he sent me a video of this. It's just the sun is rising, and you can see all these oil rigs at work. Really, just a fun thing. And then there we are in the background talking. And he said, I had to tune out, however, when Tom kept playing the song "Soul Sacrifice" by Santana. Larry, you bastard. Yeah.
Boy, there's only one cure. There's only one conclusion you can make, Tom.
What's that?
Play it again, Daddy.
Oh, yes, of course. Soul Sacrifice, need I say more?
Did you jump on that side?
I can't be angry at him all the time. It really
Soul
wears me
Sacrifice,
out.
a little bit of
It's so much work
Santana,
to
ladies
do.
and gentlemen. Oh, there we go. This is the drum solo.
They're falling out of the truck. Somebody grab them.
Michael Shreve. Oh, this is...
It's a drum solo, yeah.
Here they go. They're about to kick it back in.
What is that joke? Drum stop, very, very bad.
Oh, it's, yeah. Isn't it bass solo very, very bad?
Bass solo? No, it's drum stop, very, very bad. That's when bass solo starts, yeah.
Okay, sorry. Pick it up here a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. It's still the drum solo. Again, I would argue this is the greatest drum solo.
I always feel really bad for those guys when they're doing their solo thing. Nobody's paying attention. They're all like concessions.
They're 400,000 wet, muddy people. Dang.
Because initially it's like, yeah. All right.
Yeah, this may go a little bit too long.
They're like, this is my time to shine. And everybody's like,
it kicks up here, I think. Wait a minute. Nope. Sorry, it's still going on.
Egomaniac. Maybe we should turn that down and check in later to see if it is. If it is still continuing.
Last day of Woodstock.
Yeah, the 17th, yeah.
It closed down in 1969, but if you haven't seen the movie, check it out.
Clean that up, man.
It's still a great movie.
And there's a wonderful documentary, a brand new one on Netflix right now about Woodstock 99. It's
boy.
even keeled and fairly reported.
Oh, is it? I mean, in all honesty, I haven't seen the Netflix one. I just saw that first one that came out.
It's the same, practically.
It's pretty
Okay,
much
then
the same.
then I have the same vitriol for it.
It's the same attack.
I didn't see the first one.
Who has the kind of free time to watch either of them? I'd rather watch the movie Woodstock and see some great bands.
Oh, it was an
The
interesting
Who?
documentary.
Well, you know, the Woodstock,
Richie Havens.
Oh, my God.
Freedom.
Bang!
Didn't like Richie Havens? Okay, well.
I liked
You
him
need
as
to live in the present.
You don't like Alanis Morissette or
Jewel.
Yeah.
Boo and Jewel.
Oh, they didn't like Jewel.
She had a headline.
Them
Poor
damn-
thing.
Now you're talking about the one in 99.
Yeah, 99.
Yeah,
99.
Okay, no, I'm
Them
talking about
damn-
the original Woodstock.
You just said who has time to watch the Woodstock thing?
A cultural pivot, inarguably,
Tom.
Woodstock, the original.
You're fighting a losing battle. Don't argue with him.
Okay.
He's always right. Just go, yes, Ace. And
Thank
then
you.
move
Thank you,
along.
Chick.
You're welcome.
I've got a lot of things I want to watch that's not on my list. But,
Fair enough.
so what's the gist of Woodstock 99?
Greed.
All straight white males are evil.
No.
That's absolutely what those
That
documentaries
is-
are trying
That
to
is
tell
not
you.
what that,
Yes,
that
it is.
documentary was.
Straight white males born at about the same time Josh was
Yeah,
born.
yep. Where
what they were-
toxic
Drunk and
masculinity is just destroying the earth. And,
Yep.
Go kiss my ass.
Can I?
I didn't get that from what I got out of it was the promoters were greedy and they cut back on a lot of things that
The
needed to
Netflix
be
one
done.
may hit on that more than the other one.
I thought it did.
My favorite part is the
price
MTV.
gouging.
Price gouging.
The
They
V-
were, yeah.
The VJs, and some I hadn't heard of because I watched MTV religiously, and then I kind of got away from it in the late 90s. But
Yeah, you didn't know if they were going to make it out alive.
Right.
They were all hiding backstage.
And the reason these kids got so angry was because they were taken advantage of.
No,
by
I
these
understand
promoters.
that. Yeah.
So it wasn't a male toxicity thing.
Well, that's what the first documentary would have you believe.
It was like $22 for a bottle of water.
They wouldn't let them bring
beer was cheaper than water.
Yeah. And it was scorching hot, and they had camping facilities, but they didn't have enough
See,
people
this is
to
why
clean the
I'm
porta-sands.
very old school. I like concerts they have at actual venues where they have things like seats, toilets. I think our country now has a number of venues known as sheds.
No one calls them sheds but you.
No, they're called sheds.
And
Ace.
One promoter going out of business.
Ace, are they called sheds in the
That's
industry?
the slang in industry.
Yes, thank you very much. Ace would know. But the sheds now...
How many people are in that industry? 9? No, go ahead.
Thousands. The sheds are great. I mean, they're designed for concerts. This notion of, hey, let's take a field, we'll put up a stage and porta toilets. And no, thanks.
No, in 99 they used an old Air Force base, and so it was all concrete on top of the
No,
heat.
thanks. No, thanks.
Look at Josh and genuinely upset.
Okay. Sorry, I love
Tom's made it clear he doesn't want to talk about Woodstock 99. Christy's made it clear that's all she wants to talk about. The morning's going to suck.
The morning is going to be great because
We're
we have
done.
so many cool stories. We got an update on Draymond Green's wedding where they had a so-called blunt bar.
I told you.
I know.
Wouldn't be a blunt bar at a mall. You walk in and it's not blunts, the marijuana cigarettes. It's someone who talks to you bluntly. Yes, what do you want, ma'am? Yeah. Well, I'd suggest losing 40 pounds off that ass. Maybe the dress would fit.
Hey,
Next person.
you hear about
that blunt store? It was awful.
A termite walked into a bar.
And
he goes, "Hey, is the bartender here?"
Very good, very good. So he's eating the bar. Speaking of eating great food, how about this? Bomb and Tom Show sponsored by our friends at HelloFresh. HelloFresh is...
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, it's all about having great summertime food. Farm fresh ingredients delivered to your door. Here's the key. 55 recipes every week, and they don't just give you the recipes. They give you the food.
Yeah.
It's already measured. You're ready to go, and you're going to get restaurant quality food. Have some fun putting it together, sometimes real quick. They've got their famous quick and easy meals, whatever kind of food you're into, your food lifestyle, if you will. Maybe you're into fit, wholesome, maybe low-cal, maybe low-carb, maybe vegetarian, maybe good old-fashioned comfort food. They've got it all. Get started today because HelloFresh has their best offer ever. Give it a shot and maybe do it twice a week. It takes a lot of the pressure off. You don't have to go to the grocery store. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. My personal guarantee, well, my kids at least, when they eat food, that's a miracle. And they love HelloFresh.
Oh, my best friend was just telling me the other day how wonderful the meatloaf and HelloFresh was. Her husband could not get enough of it.
God, I love meatloaf.
Me too.
HelloFresh meatloaf. I'm sorry. Now you're making me want to take a break and go get a piece of meatloaf. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Why the code? 16 free meals across 7 boxes. Plus 3 free gifts. It's their best offer ever. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Once again, 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. We're urging you to try the meatloaf. They've got more than 55 items every week to choose from. You can swap your proteins around and make it work just for you. When we come back, we have Chick McGee at the Sports Desk.
Sports!
We have a nice wedding story, not just the Draymond Green one, but a guy that was delivered to his wedding via boat.
And
at the last minute.
Flasher parking update.
Oh, okay. And we'll find out more about Chick's fantasy team, the Guardians of the Commanders. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
You mentioned WVON.
Yeah, that's where my dad worked when he started in radio.
You know, everything in the world is not based around Chicago. Did you know that? I know that. I was just trying to have a nice conversation with my friend Roy Wood Jr. I can't tell you how wrong you are about all of that. I know Chicago is not the end-all and be-all of everything. That's not true. But it's close. And what Roy doesn't know about me is that I'm a White Sox fan. And so he and I have some other things to discuss.
You know what's funny is that I found out from black people in Chicago that there's not a lot of black Cubs fans because the Cubs are on the north side, the whole racial divide in the city. And I went to Chicago and yay, Cubs. And black people were just like, what? Did you just say go Republicans? I'm like, no.
White Sox are our South Side team. I'm a South Side guy. And I'm very proud of the ethnic diversity of our fandom. It's really good.
The Cubs had a black guy with a Jerry curl. It doesn't get more progressive than that. Have the White Sox had any Jerry curl players?
Hi, how are you?
Maybe Sammy Sosa.
How's it going?
Sammy Sosa was a White Sox first.
Roy is
he
going
went
to try
Rangers,
to put
White
his
Sox, Cubs.
foot behind his head. I don't know how this. I know how it started. Christie did it first, and evidently Roy has said that he can do it. Did
General
you say you could
manager.
do it?
Yeah. I can do this. Take this, Christy. This is me. Leg behind the head.
When I hear the snap, I'm calling 911.
You should get on the floor and try it.
Hold my leg.
Okay, I got it.
And then I'm going to go under. No, that ain't. Okay. No. Whew. Stretch my ass.
I don't think that qualifies as a success.
How about putting my leg behind your head?
Well, now it's gotten.
That
could work.
We could work that out. Probably work it out. I mean, my leg behind your head.
No.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I'm sorry. I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you. How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect. Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald.
B-A-L.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Oh, hi.
And I have a message for Mr. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Yes, what is it, Chick?
I will not go further further until I hear a Pat Godwin song.
Oh.
What do you think of that?
Will you at least finish the intros?
I'll finish the intros, but no sports until we hear a Pat Godwin song.
Well,
that's known as a monkey wrench. Isn't it?
Yes.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
Ace Cosby's here.
Does he have yoga today?
Yeah, I do actually.
Do you?
11:30.
All right.
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Is that what we're
That's
looking
my
at?
second.
2 weeks.
I've been wanting to do that. Try yoga again. Maybe I won't fall down this time.
Did you fall down?
Yeah, I was a little.
Are you doing it in a jungle gym? How do you fall down during yoga?
My center of balance, I think, at the time was probably a little more off than it is now.
A little askew due to mental torture being inflicted by other people.
Weight issues, I think, is what the problem was then.
Down.
I'm Chick, and there's Tom.
Okay.
Pat, how about the shortest blues song ever?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, okay, absolutely. You want to hear that one?
I would love to hear Can you play it on the keyboard?
Can you give me a little guitar? I want to make sure this thing's on. Oh, that's nice.
The shortest blues song ever is called The Lazy Man Blues. Woke up this morning, went back to bed. So it's shortest.
It's good, though. I like that. Okay, very good.
There you go.
Now, Chick.
Does that really count?
Fair enough. It counts.
Okay, well,
that way you can get prepared for something, else.
We've talked about a couple of things. Yesterday, Pat did his yoga song that I like very much about yoga pants.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, Pat is under the influence of
in a wonderful relationship.
Yes, there we go. He has a girlfriend now, and she's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she sure is.
She is.
So
I think she thinks of me as a fixer-upper, So she is.
Well, she's got her work cut out.
She's dragging me to yoga. I had a facial yesterday.
That's a big.
Wait.
I went to a dermatologist.
You had a facial?
It was wonderful. Yeah.
Why isn't there
Is she paying for all this?
Of course, I can't.
Well, good.
Why isn't there? What did you go up to her? I have no money. My name is Pat Godwin.
Yeah,
yes,
I love you.
I said, "Here's my son. I love you, and I have no money."
And he loves you too.
So this is like
one
of those TV shows where they take an old house and like this old house and fix it up.
Yeah,
this old Pat.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a TV show like that? A woman comes because all women want to fix whoever they're with.
Yeah.
Tonight on This Old Troubadour.
Well, she's got you doing the yoga, which is great.
Yeah, second day. I'm a little sore today.
Did you go with her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And now, and is she adept at this particular exercise?
Yeah, she's very good. Yeah.
Can she put her feet?
She can. Yeah.
Well, there's no need to get into her personal thing. And we also, do you have a new song that you wrote for her? We heard that yesterday too, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to come up with something else that we haven't heard in a while, Pat.
I'll do something for Chick that's about him a little bit later. I'll get it up and rehearse it a little bit.
Email. Dear dubious dipwads and boobs.
That's Mr. Burns-esque.
I have completely embraced the brilliant concept of flasher parking.
Do you want to explain what flasher parking is that you've developed?
Well, I think it's self-explanatory. You don't have to worry about finding a parking space. Whatever commerce you need to conduct, you whip up to the front of the store, you kick your flashers on, you fall out of your car and rush in and conduct your business and then come back and peel out, man.
Do you remember the letter we got from the fireman?
Yeah, it'd be funny if we knocked a hole in his passenger side window and
they kicked out the front windows and put the hose right through it.
Well, until that happens,
flasher parking has its risks.
Why wouldn't they just go over the top?
Because they want to teach this jackass a lesson.
Okay.
This Chick, I love flasher parking, although my wife says you have created a public menace. I was flasher parking at Home Depot the other day. I was there to pick up a very small item. Obviously did not warrant flasher parking at the front door. A perfect opportunity. I exited the store to get in my pickup. A man hollered at me. He said, "Hey, are you flasher parking?"
No.
And I looked at him and I said, "Yep." And he burst out laughing and gave me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we should do some T-shirts.
And I yelled, "Right on!"
Right on.
You know what we could do? Flasher parking with flashers over your boobs. Two big red lights, like eyeballs.
That flash?
And everybody flasher parks or something like that.
If everybody did it, it would be an even bigger problem.
Yeah, it would.
Why?
Because there would be no room.
It's just like a roundabout. Be kind to your other flasher parkers. Let them have the right of way, and then
wait your turn.
That's right. Wait your turn to flasher park.
Then you're at the airport.
If it catches on.
I've been doing most of my parking on the freeway these days.
Oh, yeah. Started.
Check local.
There's another TV show. Where is today's traffic jam?
Yeah, and where is today's traffic cones? Because you never know where the lines are.
And now, what roads are closed?
No, and we'll follow Tom Griswold. He always seems to find the traffic jam.
I found him.
Well, they just started paving in front of my kid's school. Good timing. They only had all summer to get that out of the way.
Oh, yeah. How was the first day of school?
Great.
Good.
Did you pack her lunch? She has a lunch? I would assume they have sushi for lunch.
Catered. No, they do not have sushi. Last night she was working on her snack thing, and she took a traditional sandwich-sized baggie and put a bucket of those little goldfish in it and spilling all over. Yeah, the school's great.
She knows what she likes.
They're loving it. No, but seriously, they literally just started paving in front of them.
That is pretty bad timing.
Yeah, the road has been available all summer.
But, it's pretty fast. They can pave pretty quickly, though.
Still. But there's some guys sitting in an office. How can we make this impossible?
No, there's not. There's a reason they did
The other day, they closed 3 entrances in a row to the freeways.
Hey, Frankenstein wants to say something.
No, 2 weeks ago, they paved my neighborhood.
Oh.
And, of course, I was coming home, and they won't let me turn on my street.
Yeah.
So I have to park like a half mile away and walk. And they quickly paved. And
was that for everybody or just for you?
Quickly paved. Oh, jeez.
Are you the only one they yanked out of the car?
I know what county you live in.
I'm sitting in the corner going, I live right.
Okay. Sir, please. No, you don't.
You know it. I know it.
We've taken a survey.
Case of the joint.
No, if you had been toting a lawnmower, they would have let you in. Oh, sorry. Too close to reality. Let's get back to Chick McGee at the sports desk.
A follow-up on the punt god.
Oh, yeah.
Tom loves the punt god.
I love this guy.
During his senior season at San Diego State, Matt Araiza did something that not many have been able to do in the past. He started getting national attention as a punter. The punt god put together a highlight reel, incredible punts, breaking the NCAA record for longest average punt.
And he had an 82-yarder during the game.
A cunning array of stunts. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire special teams unit for the Indianapolis Colts look over their head as the punt's going all the way in the 82-yard. Record-breaking season that the punt god, of course, he earned the Ray Guy Award. Hey, Guy. For college football's best punter, won Mountain West Special Teams and a unanimous selection as an All-American. Now he's bringing his leg is in the NFL, the 82-yard punt, and also DraftKings Sportsbook are inclined to remind bettors they have an option. Place a wager on Araiza to win Offensive Rookie of the Year awards.
Oh, okay.
However, I thought punting was considered a defensive category, and I think I'm right on that.
Why? You're punting. You are on the offense.
You're starting their offense.
I think as soon as you trot the punter out there, technically you're on defense. I think that's right. I could be wrong.
That's interesting.
I could be wrong.
Well, if it's right, it's immoral. But
why is it immoral?
I'm kidding. It's illogical. It's the offense. What if they do a fake punt?
Wait a minute.
And throw the ball?
Right?
Weren't you a punter, Pat?
No, I was a punt receiver.
Is it possible to punt the ball and have it go through the goalposts and have a score?
No.
You can't do that.
No.
You'd have to drop kick. If you drop kick
it, it has to touch the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Doug Flutie drop kicked because he's a little freak.
There's not a lot of drop kicking anymore. But
anyway, if you'd like
isn't
to
the name of a sex move?
The drop kick?
Drop kick.
Boy.
I don't think so. I hope not.
If you're doing it wrong.
I don't want the Ray Guy.
That
Give
hurts.
her the Ray Guy.
The Sandusky drop kick.
Oh.
Anyway, you can bet.
Sandusky, Ohio, not Jerry.
Oh, okay.
Not Jerry. Sorry. No,
I was like, now wait a second.
No, we have.
You did enough damage just saying it, and now you've underlined.
I
it.
have Sandusky on my mind because Sandusky, Ohio, we have a great sex story coming out of
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point, one of the greatest amusement parks on
Why
earth.
don't we just say Cedar Point instead of the name of that city?
Yeah.
How about that?
Because the Cedar Point dropkick doesn't sound like a sex move, whereas the Sandusky dropkick does.
They both do, but Cedar Point's dropkick sounds a little more palatable. Sandusky shower.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Poor city.
It's weird when people have names like that.
Yeah.
Politics, that Kirsten Sinema.
I think.
What a weird last name.
I'm pretty sure on this. The play-by-play guy for the Baltimore Ravens was, or maybe still is, Jerry Sandusky.
Oh, really? Wow.
I would change my name to Artie Sandusky or something. I tell you that. Boy, oh boy.
You go with a different Jerry Fremont.
Jerry Smith.
Pick a different Jerry Columbus.
Yeah.
Anyway, the
Phil Cleveland.
Shut up. The Punt God's odds for winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, 20,000, 200 to 1. So if you bet $1, you win $200.
Oh, no, you don't bet $1. Let's be realistic. You bet 100.
You bet 100, and then you win 20,000.
No, now we're talking cash.
The Punt God.
By the way, we have a very special thing coming up. We did it last year with regard to the NFL and your picks. It's so much fun, and at stake, the Big Green Egg. Every week, we're going to be doing a little celebration of that coming up this week.
Friday.
With a special Big Green Egg cookout.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. With the Big Green Egg experts helping us out. So
we've already heard of
football fans, don't go anywhere. Don't forget Chick McGee's fantasy team, the Guardians of the Commodores. The Guardians of the Commanders. I forget.
The Commodores.
I forget which.
Lionel Richie's his quarterback.
I forget which generic name the Washington Football Club took.
Easy on a Sunday morning.
Ah, yes.
Easy.
Sunday morning.
We've heard a rumor about some breakfast monster or something. What was the name of that?
What?
I forget what they said was going to be served.
But it's wrapped in bacon.
It's all wrapped in bacon, Tom.
Because as Tom said, we're going to have our Big Green Egg experts here.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Coming up in the news, we have pretty interesting stuff. Bring your pets to college, and reusable toilet paper is in the news.
Well, I told you there are people that already do that.
It's a what? It's
with
a
rags,
big thing, of course,
in college.
Thanks to the internet.
All right.
And by the way, don't do it. But we'll get to that later.
By the way, how long has it been since you've been to the airport?
3 days.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, I nervous breakdown.
I was just there 3 days ago.
Have you ever noticed how many dogs there are in the airport? I mean, I'm not against it. I love dogs, but
there are a lot.
I've never seen so many dogs in my life.
It's okay with me. I like dogs more than most people.
And that was just some of the flight attendants.
You see what he did to us.
Excuse me. Isn't your daughter a flight attendant?
Not anymore.
Oh, now that she's not, you're gonna
right.
you're gonna go after the.
She knows.
Flight attendants, incredibly hardworking, helping us with the safety. They're great people.
Oh man, she's got stories. Oh, you know, there are flight attendants that fly from city to city, and they do a little part-time work.
Do they really?
In the city.
Did you ask her about my fear of using the coffee?
Nobody
in a hotel room, because the flight attendants all use the.
They don't.
They all filter their panties.
That's not true, and you're around
machines.
the bend on this. You're not gonna hear you're not gonna recognize the truth when you hear it.
They don't wear pantyhose anymore.
They're panties, Christy.
They're not
They
wearing
put their panties in the
there.
coffee machine with the hot water, and they clean them.
The story originally started with pantyhose.
They did say pantyhose.
Right, and now they do it with panties.
No, they
just to fit your narrative.
Yes.
So Charlotte, how come your panties smell like decaf? Well,
I think anyone can put a couple pairs of extra panties in their bag.
It doesn't take up that much room.
Now typically, if you were to grab your purse right now, how many extra panties do you have in
I
there?
have none.
What if you have an accident today?
Yeah.
I'll go commando.
What if you laugh really hard? Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, I've done that.
I thought it was when you sneezed.
No, and I laugh really hard.
Well, so far in this show, you're okay.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
I kegel my way through, so I'm okay.
I just completed.
Now, Josh, do you...
Kegel?
No. Well, that's a fair question.
I'm kegeling right now.
Do you have you found yourself in a situation where you've had to exit any particular situation, event, or such an event thing like that with no underwear?
Have I?
In other words, say you've had one of your encounters with some young lady.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Have you had to exit the particular situation and just leave your underwear behind?
I don't know that I have. I don't think so. No.
Are you insinuating he's having an affair with a married woman and he gets caught?
No, I didn't know. I'm not.
Or maybe there was something prematurely happened when we were during a makeout session.
Is there such a thing as spontaneous ejaculation?
Oh, I bet.
During dreams,
is that a thing? Yeah, but I mean that's.
Boy, I have a story that I'm not sure I can tell.
I think
out in the wild.
I think we have There is with women. I mean, I don't know you said ejaculation, but
I
where
know
they just have orgasms nonstop.
Right.
And
How can I word
it becomes very painful.
There is someone that is a very famous person. I'll put it that way. And a friend of mine is a friend of his, put it that way. And he's a musician. This particular person was...
Gee, I wonder who it is.
No, it's not that person.
Okay.
How do I word this?
I don't know.
He was this particular famous person was quite enamored of another of this young lady. And,
yes.
It had been kind of this tease going back and forth for quite some time, and in spite of his distinguished credentials as a musician, he apparently got into an elevator with her, and before the thing was at the top, he had arrived. And he had arrived in his trousers.
Just standing next to her?
Yeah.
What? Man.
No way.
That is really something.
She's got some sex appeal.
I'll tell you who it is.
Whoever told you that, hoping you'd repeat that ridiculous story.
No, this guy tells the story.
I wouldn't have expected Mick Jagger to... sorry.
There was no kissing involved in the elevator?
No, nothing. Just
no, what is it? Frottage?
Did they finally get together, though?
It was too late. He was done,
No, but I mean down the road.
No, this guy's kind of a hit-and-run guy.
Wait a minute. I think I know.
But he didn't even touch her.
Love him and leave him.
Okay. We have a lot coming. Can you give me the sports teaser, please?
Oh, well, Serena Williams loses again. Maybe she should just go ahead and...
Well, she's announced her retirement. She's
look for the
one
exit.
of the greatest athletes.
Tiger Woods is in Delaware, and the Seahawks have a quarterback problem, and the NBA has an announcement. A couple of them, actually.
Okay.
We'll talk about
and we have a blunt bar, the cannabis, the marijuana, the reefer at Draymond Green's wedding. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the NBA no longer tests for marijuana. Did you ever find out what sports still do?
No, I don't want to know.
No, you don't want to know?
No.
Why do we call it the sports desk?
Because it'll further your lies that you're spreading. And
oh, you know what I want to talk about?
What?
I'll talk to you, Christy.
Okay.
Let's talk about Krista. Krista, she's gorgeous. She's easy. Speaking of easy, she's classy. She's brilliant. Krista.
She'll probably bring on an orgasm.
Krista can be found with Steven Singer. That's because it's Steven Singer Jewelers. It's a ring, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Singer's most beautiful engagement ring. And the beauty of this is it's one click, fellas. We're talking about a bright white, flawless to the eye, near colorless, high quality, round, brilliant cut diamond set into a classic gold solitaire Tiffany style setting. You probably don't know what that means, do you guys?
I do.
See, I don't. But I know that Steven Singer does.
Girls do.
They're going to like that, right?
Yeah.
And the beauty of this is... it's the perfect engagement ring. You don't have to waste a lot of time here. You just prove that you just go on board at the website, IHateStevenSinger.com, click on the Krista Ready for Love diamond ring, and guess what? You're done. Smart way to buy it. And by the way, there's a 100-day, 100% no-hassle money-back guarantee. Now, we have all pointed out, we think that you get her one of these, and it's going to be a yes. Am I right, Christy?
Yeah.
It's going to be a yes.
Yeah. But
however, if it's not,
slim chance that it's
little
not.
asterisk there, it doesn't work out, you're okay. Give me that ring back then, okay? Okay, well, you know what we're talking about. IHateStevenSinger.com. It's going to work for you. And it's going to be quick. And it's going to be, like I said, easy. Krista is the name of the ring. IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Don't forget, get that order in before about 2 o'clock Eastern Time and out the door that day. IHateStevenSinger.com. When we come back, once again, we have reusable toilet paper in the news and sexy time at Cedar Point on one of the rides.
Yes.
Oh, yikes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
You mentioned WVON.
Yeah, that's where my dad worked when he started in radio.
Everything in the world is not based around Chicago. Did you know that?
I know that. I was just trying to have a nice conversation with my friend Roy Wood Jr.
I can't tell you how wrong you are about all of that.
I know Chicago is not the end-all and be-all of everything.
That's not true.
But it's close.
And what Roy doesn't know about me is that I'm a White Sox fan. And so he and I have some other things to discuss.
You know what's funny is that I found out from black people in Chicago that there's not a lot of black Cubs fans because the Cubs are on the north side and the whole racial divide in the city. And I went to Chicago and yay, Cubs! And black people were just like, what? Did you just say go Republicans? I'm like, no.
White Sox are our South Side team. I'm a South Side guy. And I'm very proud of the ethnic diversity of our fandom. It's really good.
The Cubs had a black guy with a Jerry curl. It doesn't get more progressive than that. Have the White Sox had any Jerry curl players?
Hi, how are you?
Maybe Sammy Sosa.
How's it going?
Sammy Sosa was a White Sox first.
Roy is
he
going
went
to try
Rangers,
to put
White
his
Sox, Cubs.
foot behind his head. I don't know how this. I know how it started. Christie did it first, and evidently Roy has said that he can do it.
General manager.
Yeah. I can do this. Take this, Christy. This is me. Leg behind the head.
When I hear the snap, I'm calling 911.
Maybe you should get on the floor and try it.
Hold my leg.
Okay, I got it.
And then I'm going to go under. No, that ain't. Okay. No. Whew. Stretch my ass.
I don't think that qualifies as a success.
How about putting my leg behind your head?
Well, now it's gotten.
That could work.
We could work that out. Probably work it out. I mean, my leg behind your head.
No.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Is suspected of receiving bribes from the former head of Aoki Holdings, Inc. and 2 company employees. Aoki is linked with Japan's so-called recruit suits that youngsters fresh out of school wear for job interviews and their first jobs. It was a surprise pick to dress the Japanese Olympic team. The bribery believed to be linked to sponsorship of the Tokyo Games and products related to the Olympics. Japan pursuing the 2030 Winter Olympics for Sapporo. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
That's the thing about impressions that makes it really difficult is, people die, people stop being president, and you never know. Like, somebody could be in the news for a cycle for 2 days. I remember Morgan Freeman being in the news for a couple days. I'm like, oh, no, this is going to be a problem.
Frank had to climb through 500 miles of the filthiest slop I can't even imagine. Or maybe I just don't want to. Trying to figure out another voice he could do that could narrate his act.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Coming this Thursday on ABC, he's the luckiest guy alive. It's Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates.
What's wrong, Cindy?
It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it.
Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray. Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's coming.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Well, we got half a song. Is that right?
Nah, 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
Little baby song. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
At the Upside sidekick desk.
Oh, yes.
Upside. Nothing but upside. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick. We were dipping our toes into the world of sports. We'll also get another song out of Mr. Godwin, if you like. I know you demanded one last break. We can get to that. Pat, anything in particular you'd like to emphasize?
Yeah, I have something in mind, yeah.
You do?
I do, indeed,
Okay,
yeah.
what's that? This
Thought
is-
he was going to do a song about me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Oh, sure. I love it.
Is this a Pat Godwin original?
It is. I love this one, yeah.
Okay.
It's called The Best Bartender.
Ah.
People often ask me, who's the best bartender? A man you can count on when you're going on a bender. Who makes the strongest cocktail with no prissy lemon twist? Who's the most potent mixologist? I got a Chick McGee with a generous pour.
Yeah.
By a quarter to 3, I'm not stressed out anymore. At 4:15, there's an Uber at the door. I go to Chick McGee with the generous pour. Chick McGee has a very heavy hand. He practically drains the bottle of your favorite vodka brand. He'll greet you with a "how about ya?" and pour your favorite beer. But if you strike up a conversation, he'll pretend not to hear. I go to Chick McGee with the generous pour. Artie at Applebee's says, I can't go there anymore. Chick will give you grapes and Miller Lights by the score. I go to Chick McGee with the generous pour.
Hey, need another pour over here, bartender. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We now return to Chick McGee with the generous sportscast.
Serena Williams has fallen to 0-2 in matches since announcing the countdown has begun. Quote, on her career, she lost 6-4, 6-0 to U.S. Open champion Emma, a foreign name, in the Western and Southern Open on last night. Yeah, the 40-year-old Serena said last week in Vogue magazine and an Instagram post that her career was winding down. She did not explicitly say the U.S. Open, which begins August 29 in the correctly named Flushing, New York, but it might be her last tournament. Williams is a 23-time Grand Slam champ, most recently in 17 at the Australian Open. She said expanding her family is a big reason she plans to step away.
Good for her.
One of the greatest of all time.
Yep,
sure.
Absolutely. And the PGA Tour is in Delaware for the first time, and so is Tiger, just not to play. 2 people familiar with the situation. They attended a private meeting of top players to discuss the threat of the Saudi Gulf. One person invited to the meeting said it was a time to get on the same page about the Saudi threat and how the PGA Tour needs to respond. Another person said the meeting was held away from Wilmington County Country Club at a hotel. PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan was not invited.
Woods has been a strong opponent of Live Golf. The series has played 3 events, offering $25 million apiece in prize money to a group of players that include Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Phil Mickelson, and Bryson DeChambeau. And the rumor is they offered Tiger $500 million to join the tour. God. And he turned it down.
Wow. Oh.
So there you go. That's a lot of money, man.
That's a lot of money.
Man,
blood money.
Well, some of it.
Yes.
Some of it may have been earned.
Just because they're boxing up journalists and stuffing them in suitcases and smuggling them out of the buildings with the permission of the state.
That's only going to happen to these golfers if they lose a lot.
Okay.
But certain expectations aren't met.
All right.
I understand that.
Okay.
I won't spend the blood money first. I'll wait till last.
Oh, man.
Boy. That would be tough to say no, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NFL news: Seattle Seahawks quarterback Drew Lock tested positive for COVID, and he'll miss the team's preseason game tomorrow night in Chicago. The Seahawks issued a statement. Lock's positive test about 2 hours following the end of practice, in which Lock was a full participant. That means he might have been passing the COVID along. What do you think of that?
Boring. Okay, thanks. It's over.
Oh, here's an exciting story.
Okay.
Here's what he thinks is an exciting story.
Yeah.
The NBA will taking Election Day off this fall.
What?
The league schedule will have all 30 teams playing on November 7th, the night before the elections, but there'll be no games on November 8th.
Is that for television reasons?
Is that to get people to vote?
I think the idea is that
if I'm going to go to a game, I'm not going to vote? Games are usually after the polls close.
Well, I think
Let me tell you something. They hold the NBA, an NBA game at a polling place. I'm going to go vote, watch the game.
Yeah.
There's an idea.
How about that?
That might create some legal problems. I just think it's good news, although the problem is degenerate gamblers are not going to have to bet on the election.
Yeah. I bet
I'll take Steve Johnson and the points.
Can you do that?
Somewhere, somebody can, I'm sure.
I imagine there are places you can bet.
I think in England you can vote on who's going to.
Oh, you can bet on the elections?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think so.
The idea is just to promote voting. I think it's
okay.
a nice idea. Gives the players time to spend with their side piece. I mean, their families.
Just remember, you're just one person. Your vote really doesn't matter.
Oh, thank you, Judge.
Boy.
Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Never, ever has an election come down to one vote. Just remember that. That's false.
No, it has.
One specific vote.
Oh, God. We had that story not too long ago.
When?
Oh, and I think it was some dog running for mayor.
Right.
Some town in Alaska. Can we move on?
And let me tell you something. That dog was a born leader. Okay. More sports coming up as soon as and who tests for marijuana and who don't? I'll have the answer. Nope, but I'll find it out.
Okay. Once
pretty
again,
quick.
Draymond Green's wedding reception.
Yeah.
A blunt bar.
That was really something, the pictures.
I don't think it was a blunt bar. I
thought
think
it was
marijuana cigarettes, I think.
I'm reading the story right here. It refers to it as a so-called marijuana blunt bar.
I think it was misnamed. I don't think.
Well, the photos I saw were all blunts. They were really
you
something.
You can tell a blunt from a regular marijuana cigarette?
Yeah, they're wrapped in a cigar wrap.
Is that right?
Yeah.
When Willie gets here, we'll get the lowdown.
Is that true?
He made the distinction yesterday, blunt versus joint, a so-called J, the vernacular, the
Hemp,
J.
Rope, 13.
Hey, pass the J, man. We'll find out about...
where's the J?
And if you have... I was just thinking about this. So if all the people at the wedding are smoking pot, you're going to have to, double your catering bill. Hey, we need another cake. We'll find out what happened with Draymond when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next. we got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not. Yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. Yeah, there's a tax joke for the accountants.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Yeah, it is. Bob and Tom, 24/7. That's all we ask. It's not too much, is it? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, focused on the Bob and Tom Show. I know that's what I do with my life, but, that's just me. On the way, Jessica Alsman and our comedian, relationship expert, Allie Breen, coming up sexy time in the 9 o'clock hour. You've picked a great day to tune in. As you've heard, lots of fun and frivolity. That will continue as we await the arrival of the ladies on this hump day. That's right, Wednesday, August 17th. Together, we roll through the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for being here as we continue listening on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom News headlines. Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney has been defeated in the GOP primary in Wyoming. She fell on Tuesday to Harriet Hageman, a rival backed by former President Donald Trump. Cheney describing her loss as the beginning of a new chapter, telling supporters that our work is far from over. Nepal's most sacred river, also its most polluted. In the capital, Kathmandu, raw sewage is dumped directly into the Bagmati River. Heaps of garbage are tossed in from along the banks. Once sparkling and clear, today the river's waters are black and sludgy, undrinkable, unsuitable for even cleaning. During the dry months, an overwhelming stench pervades the area by the river. You can imagine. Volunteers gather each weekend to pick up garbage. The government's building canals to divert the sewage from the river. Some environmentalists and people who live along the holy Bagmati are not optimistic those efforts can make a significant impact anytime soon. Colorado Parks and Wildlife say a man shot and killed a bear that had entered his home looking for food early Saturday morning. Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokesperson Rachel Gonzalez said Monday the nearly 400-pound bear flipped a lever-handled door and found dog food inside the home in the ski resort town of Steamboat Springs. The homeowner confronted and shot the bear multiple times, killing it. Colorado has roughly 12,000 bears. Break-ins are common. Residents shooting and killing bears in self-defense, however, is rare. Gonzalez says the man had the right to shoot the bear since it was in his home and he felt threatened. And that's a look at your news update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights. Did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I gotta use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Perspiration Plus.
Perspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring and we added some carbonation, but
What are you trying to do to me?
Perspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout.
Manager!
Perspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick!
Perspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical Tropical punch or clear.
Can I borrow your shorts for later?
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Them away.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chick.
Ace Cosby
Hey, world.
manning the track phone hotline hot phone. Willie Griswold is here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk with everything you want to know about dope, pot, M13, rope, hemp,
Reefer.
tree. It's all coming right at you.
Well, I just asked the question,
And here's Tom.
which sports are testing for marijuana anymore? Because can you do the Draymond Green wedding story? I think it's fascinating. I don't know why you're...
Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green went all out for his wedding over the weekend in Malibu, California. And were these, in fact, blunts, Willie?
The picture I saw, so a blunt is like a cigarillo wrap with pot inside. It did look like a blunt. It looks like they were like nice cigars, though. Like it was, like some like luxury.
Yeah, they weren't the Swisher Sweets.
Exactly.
No. See, that's nothing at all like what you said.
All right.
So the point is, if you're at the wedding reception, there's this stack of pre-rolled reefer.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody got that?
I think it's a fascinating story. And so my question was...
what was the bride's name?
What is the bride's name?
Hazel Renee.
Hazel. It's a beautiful name. I love that name.
It's pretty.
Remember that song, Hooray for Hazel?
She's on Empire.
Hazel's an old lady's name.
What song? Hooray for Hazel?
Yeah, you never heard that too?
Well, now you've got a topic.
Hooray for Hazel.
Hooray for Hazel. She put me down. No?
Oh, boy.
Who sang that?
FDR in his youth.
Please tell me a garage band.
The way you looked around it, I was like, we were supposed to relate.
No
to
one's
that.
heard this tune?
No,
Here we go.
no one.
It's got that fake monkeys feel. So it's not just the monkeys, the fake Beatles. It's the fake monkeys.
So, but it has a sarcastic tone. I'm
Very,
guessing,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
You want to hear a little more?
No.
Sucking those That's a better song.
And then, of course, there's because Hazel's a beautiful. You just don't hear it much anymore. I think the name kind of got shelved after this.
Oh my God!
Who's the gal? It's everybody's pal. Yep. It's Hazel.
Hazel was kind of a frumpy maid.
Hey, Mr. G, did you have like a
Shirley Booth, right?
Whatever.
Mr. B.
Yeah.
So, but in any event, the distinguished basketball player Draymond Green is marrying Hazel Renee.
Hazel, portrayed by Shirley Booth, who, Willie, heavy gnats.
That's right. I'm talking about language now there, Jason.
Yeah.
In any event, if Chick, I'll keep reading it for you.
Good.
The menu at the wedding reception had a themed cannabis strains with names like Happily Ever After and Hazel Haze.
Cool.
And then the reporter sending this story down the line said, Hazel Hayes. That's a twist on the bride's name. Answering the question, how stupid do you think he thinks I am?
I think it answers the question.
Way
The
stupid.
answer is very.
Pat,
By the way, for you, Christy, I'll tell you this.
Yes.
The Draymond Green, what's it called again? Cannabis canapé. What are they called? Oh, the blunt. What is
I like cannabis canapé.
Blunt bar?
Cannabis
the blunt bar.
canapé.
Thank you very much.
How do you forget that?
I forgot about it. I'm not looking at the story anymore. I was thinking about it. The something blue.
Yes.
Kush.
No.
Is that right, Willie?
Why would it be blue?
I don't know. Isn't
Like
Kush
you're
blue?
blowing it? Like you blew it in the air, maybe?
Oh, no. Isn't the Kush blue marijuana?
No, it's green.
What? It's green?
What are you talking about?
I thought it was blue.
What weird cartoons are you watching where you think there's
for
blue
some reason,
pot?
the Kush was blue.
Huh.
So essentially, this is how about this?
How about Pat plays his song and we can move on?
It's a salad bar of the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
That's my favorite one. The devil's lettuce.
There was some singing at the wedding, Tom.
There was?
Oh.
Smoke with me, blunts at the wedding, eat all the cake, such a beautiful setting. Draymond, Draymond, all your dreams come true.
Yeah. Can you do the high part? Draymond.
I can't.
You ever heard that bootleg live recording where you finally, after about 3 of the Dream-Ons, you hear Steven Taylor go, I can't do it. That's one of the great licks of all time. But don't you think if you had the marijuana buffet, if you will, at the wedding, the caterer's going to have to cook twice the amount of food?
Oh, I bet they have
I think
plenty.
you can afford it. So.
Yeah.
We can certainly afford it.
Plenty of food there.
Those do look like high-dollar marijuana cigarettes. Those are
It looks insane. It looks like nothing out of-
professionally, yeah.
His bride had a joke about he was fined so much it cut into their wedding budget.
Oh, really? My goodness.
Well, what does he make? $100,000 a game? I don't feel too bad for the guy.
Meanwhile, the NBA.
Did you see the band at the game?
No, who was it?
Oh, instead of having like a really cool DJ, the people just got so stoned they sat around listening to Pink Floyd. Hey, man, you got pigs.
Somehow I doubt that.
I think that was.
I
really doubt that.
You think that stoner culture only existed in the late 60s?
Hey, man, you got pigs.
Hey, man,
what he said.
It's the Pink Floyd album.
Animals is the album.
Oh, I'm sorry. The pigs was the big blow-up thing. I was too high to remember what that thing was called. Hey, man, LeBron's lying down under the chocolate fountain, just sucking it in.
The NBA.
So my question is, I have a legitimate question here.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
Sure.
Ace.
Oh,
in what sport?
Looked right at me. I said sure, then he went to Ace.
He wasn't even trying to be.
Because you're not going to know.
Oh, well,
if I want to know, if I want to,
You asked me, and you know I don't know.
If I want to know what musical theatrics allow marijuana, I'll talk to you, jazz hands. Ace, what sports allow drug testing for marijuana?
I'd have to do some research.
Okay.
I thought you guys were doing research on the break.
The NBA, marijuana remains prohibited, but the relaxed testing protocol brings the league more in line with its Big Four counterparts. The NHL, while they test for cannabis, there's no punishment for positives.
So what are they testing for?
If a player has abnormally high levels of THC, it's treated as a health matter, like alcoholism would be.
There you go.
Major League Baseball in 2019, yeah, the NHL's really got a hold on it. In 2019...
all I'm saying was that's the explanation.
Major League Baseball removed marijuana from its list. Well, what do you mean? The explanation. Major NBA, marijuana remains prohibited. You can't use it.
We're still working with this prick?
But the relaxed testing protocol brings the league more in line with the.
They don't test.
No. You had said that the NHL tests, but there are no punishments. And Tom said, well, why test? And then you said they treat it like alcohol. So if something's wrong with a player, they can test for THC and go, oh, he's a little off because he's got THC in his system.
The new collective bargaining agreement in the NFL reduced the testing window.
No.
Listen to me.
Listen, please.
From 4 months to just 2 weeks of training camp. So you can smoke marijuana all you want except for those 2 weeks.
At training camp.
But I'm sure that none of the players know when those 2 weeks are. Go ahead. Now fill the air with comedy, Josh.
I don't understand what I did.
No, but I mean, the larger point is this is a joke.
Yes,
they're essentially not testing it.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
If they had a blunt bar 10 years ago...
I wish I had a blunt bar to brain him with.
You mean that kind of blunt object you read about in autopsies? Apparently struck with
there's
a
a
blunt
bat.
Oh, he's handing me the bat.
Okay, well, good. Don't choke up too much.
I got nothing to live for. Hit me. Hit me, Daddy.
This is a surprise. The UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship organization, doesn't test.
Well, no. Why would
That's
they?
a shock.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's impeding their athletic performance, why would they?
Yeah, I don't know that there's any case where it would help.
The international.
Unless you're Joey Chestnut, maybe.
The NCAA tests, as does the PGA and the LPGA. So, I don't know.
Okay.
WNBA, no. UFC, no. Major League Baseball, it says here officially, no. However, the ITF, International Tennis Federation, does test. Players are tested twice a month, and THC is considered illegal doping.
Okay.
Who wants to play tennis stoned?
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds really fun. Sounds like a nice Saturday
Hey,
afternoon.
well, that was... Could you
Maybe
slow
slows-
down those serves? Jesus Christ, I can't. I can't hit him back if you hit him that hard.
Oh, man.
I don't get it. But I tell you where they do test.
When did you ever get anything?
Do you know where they test? Moscow Airport.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ace.
Yeah, all athletes say that pretty much.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was my fault. Forgive me.
More sports coming up.
From what I understand about her, she prefers to be there anyway. So.
Okay, relax.
Well, that's some things, you read a little bit about her. Let's get that Marine home. She can wait a few more minutes.
And now, Josh angers his coworker.
I'm with you on this, Josh. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Where was I? The NBA doesn't test.
Oh, my God.
Okay, sorry. Never mind.
Get off this.
Okay.
So Draymond's in the clear. He had a fun wedding, and
Good for
There
him.
won't be any.
Do you think the NBA is going to come in and go, Draymond, we're going to suspend you for 40 games for having marijuana at your wedding? You really think that's what's going to happen?
I think it's a cultural pivot, if you will, to use.
There'll be a
the hack.
blunt bar at the divorce strip club, too.
It's not a pivot.
But it's legal in California.
Hear what the girl said?
Yeah, it's legal in California. It's the off season. I think there's a lot of reasons this isn't a big deal.
I'm not saying I'm in favor
So
of it
not a big
or
deal.
opposed to it. I just think it's if you took a time machine and went back, I don't know, 5-6 years, the world of sports would be losing their minds.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, yeah, but things change.
I know. Never mind.
They would be.
You know how you like change, Tom?
Sure. I think maybe I should
Hooray for
have
Hayes.
a wedding and have, what do they call it? What's that word? A cannabis charcuterie board. How about that?
How would you do that, though? Because
You'd roll your marijuana in those little thin wafer-like deli meats. have you had one of these charcuterie boards lately?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how can they cut meat? You can hold it up in the sun without
Mosquito,
damaging your eyes.
Can we all admit, though, that 60% of a charcuterie board inedible?
Yes.
Wacky stuff
And they don't mark it, so you don't know what you're
Right,
eating.
right.
And they always have
Hate
that one cheese that you think, did this come
Yeah.
out of an elephant's ass?
But you're
There sure is a
supposed-
lot of it, and it smells bad.
You're supposed to try new things. That's why they don't label.
I'll tell you this.
I'd rather have a blunt than one of those little pickles.
In his defense, Chick McGee's charcuterie boards are always top notch.
And what, the rabbit sausage, was
Yeah,
that delicious?
yeah, mhm.
Yeah. I can't eat it, though.
Makes you jumpy?
You're not even going to let the man do his own
That's
show.
because he's eating over there. What are you chewing on?
My career.
Must be
Thinking about
bitter.
a lot of stuff over here. Yeah. Thinking about a lot of stuff.
You're eating something right now, aren't you?
I have a mint that I can't live without now.
One of the ones Willie
got
got.
me hooked, man.
Oh, yeah, I got all
You
the
know, my
lozenges.
guy's hooked on those, too.
Yeah, they're made of rubber, those mints. What's the
No,
brand?
not those.
Very chewy.
More
No, I'm
sports
talking about
coming
the
up.
white.
Okay, all right. So does the NBA direct... Oh,
Tom will not be here.
right
Or
now,
Josh or Christy.
you have a mission. Your mission
What
is
did
to...
I do?
Me and Willie.
Your mission is to keep your car in motion. And that's where NAPA comes in. NAPA wants to keep that car of yours and that truck on the road. It's a good time to be keeping that car and driving it around, of course. The world is open up again, thank God. NAPA, known for having quality parts, of course, like 500,000 of them. You could even build a car from scratch at NAPA if you wanted. That might be a tall order, but hey, what a fun project that'd be for a high school. Go to NAPA. They help drivers like you hit the road with confidence. They've got nearly 6,000 NAPA Auto Parts stores and 17,000 NAPA Auto Care centers. So you're never far from the quality stuff you need to keep that car and truck on the road. Visit NAPAonline.com. That's NAPAonline.com to find a NAPA location near you. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Those folks behind the counter are very nice. They have what we call NAPA know-how. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
The You use the sheepskin that you
Let's
use?
not talk about the sheep.
Okay.
Brings up some really sad memories.
Okay. Well, now I know you've got
It's tough when you name them.
It's
An
a
original
tough breakup.
song
here. Yep.
This is an original song from the Electric Amish. Can you guys favor us with a tune?
Yeah, we play all originals because, of course, we're not even allowed to listen to the radio, so
Of
I don't
course.
even know what you guys hear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead, but I'd love to hear it.
Well, all right. This is a little song goes a little something like this. It kind of tells you who we are.
Oh.
Carl, would you look at Barry back there? He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that he will surely burn in hell.
Out in the field for 40 days, plowing and planting and raking the hay. My mule Ezra's pulling the plow. I bought him from Carl for some eggs and a cow. I work all day out in the sun. Oh, but after the meals, we start having some fun. I say, come on, Greta, lights and lamps. We're making lots of noise and we don't got no amps. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. The women folk up in Napa are working their churns for Graber, Barry, and me. Sweet butter, rice baked pies. Sell their cider, about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a band. They was out to meet us boys in the band. They said, the parson's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are an Amish band. Give it up for Graber. Oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. And a boy, Graber. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Yay! The Electric Amish, ladies and gentlemen.
Showed their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tale, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and hoes.
Turtles and hoes.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or a beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. Must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Joe. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chick, how the heck are you?
Hey, buddy. Starting again. Yeah. Moving on to
You were
the
fighting.
next hole.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. She's trying to stir it up.
She's an agitator.
I am.
Yeah, she's a real troublemaker.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Our resident expert and dope. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Once again, we were talking at some length about Draymond Green and
Draymond
Green.
Draymond Green. You know, the word hasn't been invented that you can mispronounce. Draymond.
It's an unusual name. Mr. Green's wedding, of course, he married Hazel Renee.
Yes.
Wait, is her name Hazel Green now?
Yeah.
Oh my
wow.
God.
That's kind of funny, right?
That is kind of funny. Hazel's green.
Oh.
He didn't know. He didn't know what you were going
you know what?
at.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask about rules that no one knows for the rest of the day. I'm going to ask about the policy that Russia had.
She may go by Hazel Renee Green.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the point is they were serving the marijuana bar, if you will, the marijuana buffet at the thing. But her name is Hazel, and I mentioned that the name had kind of gone into disfavor. I like the name. And I think because of the TV show with the maid named Hazel.
First off, when was that?
Long time ago.
I mean, that was like one of the first sitcoms.
Yes, it was in Kinescope.
Yeah.
It was a while back. I'm just saying the name, I think, has fallen into disfavor.
Because of that show.
I think so.
Julia Roberts has a child named Hazel.
See, that's because it's hip again. And then I mentioned, of course, the great song, Hooray for Hazel.
Which came after the show.
You know, I wanted to ask, does anyone remember who that is?
No, I don't.
Christy, you should know this.
I don't know who it is.
It's your fave, Tommy Rowe.
Really?
Wow. Tommy Rowe was my sister's fave. Dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia
It's a
Roberts.
great song. though.
Julia Roberts gave birth out of her mouth. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It was very large.
Very large.
Hooray for
baby.
Hazel's a Tommy Rowe song.
Yeah, it's awful. I'm sorry to play that. I just don't wanted to.
You know
I'm
what my
surprised
problem
you knew
is?
it.
You know what my problem is?
What's
And I
that?
told each and every peep, no, it's you. And I'll tell you what. Yesterday, I had this Draymond Green story.
Yes.
I told you about it, and you couldn't be less interested.
And do you remember what you said?
Poo. And I said, you wait and see tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow this is all.
And
That was fascinating.
you said tomorrow morning it'll be all he wants to talk about.
Why wasn't it fascinating when I brought it up?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the cool details like this. This chick's name is Hazel.
No.
I'm sorry. God, that is such a bad song. God.
Well,
No,
let's
you
keep
just
playing
don't
it.
listen to what he said. He did have all the
Oh, hang on a second. Would you listen to what he says?
Yes.
What are you, nuts? The guy who advocates
I've been called
the guy who
worse.
advocates flasher parking, dangerously blocking the entrance to stores, so for his convenience.
And you're going to be flasher parking before you know it. You wait and see.
I'm the one that I park super far away all the time and get a little.
Not all, but you flash your park constantly.
When?
You flash your park a lot. And I will say, sometimes when you pick a kid up, you can do the flasher and hang out by like the corner where the store is or whatever.
Right.
He'll do it. He'll be there for hours just waiting, staring at his phone. You go to the parking lot. You sit in front of fire hydrants, Dad.
Oh
boy.
Well,
if I'm in the car, right? can always move it. Hey, look, this is we're supposed to be mocking him. You're apparently going off script. I just I think it's really interesting that they're openly doing things with
Not
NBA
only is
players.
it it's a pivot point in society.
I think it's a very big deal that NBA players are openly using marijuana.
Yesterday, I didn't think much of it.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I think you got guys like Matt Barnes that used to play, that he's sort of an advocate now. He talks about it on a podcast a lot. I think things are just changing a little bit. You're right.
Who was the guy in the NFL that kept getting, is it
Josh Gordon?
Josh Gordon, that kept getting nailed for marijuana. He's got to be pissed.
Yeah, sure. Same with like Ricky Williams.
Yeah, there are some guys going, hey, what the hell?
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the guys that were playing baseball and making $25,000 in 1968. Now there's guys that make that every time they go up to bat.
Well, nothing's consistent but change.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
In other sports, Castro is
Fidel?
a former leader of Cuba.
That's right.
You mean the guy that famously slid?
Pittsburgh, shut up, Pittsburgh.
Did you know? Wait a second.
Come on.
What's that? What do you have to say, Tom?
I love this story. I bet Chick doesn't know this. The guy that famously slid into third and his cell phone fell out of his pocket.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct in saying that was his first game in the bigs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had just been called up.
I finally saw the video of it. I'm sorry, Chick. Go ahead.
He plays for the Pirates, doesn't he?
I feel your pain, my friend.
Pirates infielder Rodolfo Castro has been suspended for one game.
Oh, come on.
And fined an undisclosed amount for violating Major League Baseball's electronic device policy.
Well, he probably had it in his pocket so he could call his mom and say, hey, I'm in the bigs.
The suspension is the result of Castro having a cell phone in his back pocket while running the bases.
Tom,
Maybe he didn't know.
I think you're partially right here. I think he did have his phone on him because he knew.
He'd just been called up. I
Right.
mean, for these guys, that is like the greatest day of their life.
It's in his back pocket, and it slides out, and yeah.
Did you see the story over the weekend about the guy that had been in the minor leagues for 10 years and got called up, and he called his mom? God, it was
that's cool.
So touching. So great. Working that hard. I'm sorry.
One game is fair.
Would you like the story better if a blunt had fallen out of his pocket? Would that make you happy?
That would have been fun.
One game is fair.
Are you yelling at yourself?
Yes,
right
I just switched sides.
Castro denied it, saying denied there was any intent. Quote, I don't think there's any professional ball player that would ever go out there with any intentions of taking a cell phone. It's horrible. It happened to me. Obviously, it was unintentional.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't blame the guy.
Maybe it's okay in the minors, and he's just used to having it.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
care
okay.
what age he is.
Christy, I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
A question for Christy Lee.
That was very funny.
Do you think if Castro had been a better-looking man, he'd have as many T-shirts out there as Che Guevara?
Oh. Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think Che's a good-looking guy?
He's a better looking than Fidel.
You see Che T-shirts on.
Yeah.
You've got the hots for Che Guevara, don't you?
No. You see them on misinformed youth
You want
running
his
around
beard.
thinking, yeah, right on. I'm with
You want
Che.
his beard on your thighs. I can see it.
No, I just think. Are you with me on this, Ace? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm sorry, this doesn't involve the Raiders. You don't care. Okay. Back to you, Jim.
Somebody in the world out there pissed you off yesterday. You're taking it out on us now. I got no idea what happened.
You're correct.
Is from,
I can tell you what it was. They were paving in front of his school.
Yeah, this is from Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Play Smack Tom after all that marijuana nonsense. My dear Lord, it's time to bring in the white coats for Tom.
White coats.
My dear Lord.
Sorry. Let's just move forward here. Coming up in the news, reusable toilet paper.
That'll make you happy.
You think I'm angry now?
Yeah, that sounds rough.
Dear Bob and Tom, Willie dropping a dime on his dad live on the radio. Is the Griswold tapes coming to reality?
The Griswold tapes.
Give me more, give me more, give me more. Yours truly, Josh.
What did I do? I've been nice all morning. I didn't.
No, you ratted him out on the Flasher Park.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
not Flasher Park. It's a lie.
That is a little different. You stayed in your car.
You'll just stay in your car, not in a parking spot, still on what's essentially an active street for hours at a time.
I got a question.
Yes, we know you do.
That guy Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
At his wedding, did they have a crack bar?
Okay, I don't think that's.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's my fault. I forgot.
I never said it's your fault. I was laughing.
Okay.
Have you given up, Chick?
That's sports.
Christy, are you a marijuana user in legal states or anything?
No, I've never been a big marijuana girl.
Yeah, Josh, you're not a.
Boy, boy, what do you say?
Imbibed?
Yeah, partaken.
What is? I know because we know what you have your beer character.
Oh yeah, Sir Dude the Party Night.
Sir Dude the Party Night. What is the marijuana Josh like?
I think he'd be Sir Josh the anxiety weirdo. I think that's why, right?
Oh yeah. It doesn't do it.
Paranoia?
Doesn't, yeah, it's not really good for me.
Yeah.
But I've had fun on it before and giggly.
Really?
Yeah, I'd probably giggles the
If I could make a point, if marijuana edibles specifically were more reliable in how they would respond to them, I would be an avid user. But you never know what you're going to get, and then the next thing you know, you're laying in your bed staring at your hand for 6 hours.
There's a product called, is it Delta 8?
Yeah, Delta 8.
And it's legal in most states. And I will admit that that's really helpful for me to sleep at night. So I have done that. That's like an edible.
Delta 8 sounds like a bad 70s TV show.
It does.
Yeah.
Martin Balsam in
Delta 8.
What is in Delta 8?
It's a THC derivative, but it's not as powerful as.
Okay, well, now,
It's a hemp
Mr. Godwin,
derivative.
I think it's time for a musical interlude. Anything in particular you'd like to do? I know you've been working on some new stuff.
Well, you were talking about wedding songs before. Did you want to do that?
Not your real wedding song.
Oh, my real wedding song's a tough one.
Now, you famously have a serious song that you wrote, and every
For a wedding.
Oh yeah, I sang a song called Lighthouse that I wrote, my second song, at a lot of weddings, and every one of those weddings, the people got divorced. So I am no longer allowed to sing it at all, or sing with the band at the reception. Okay, it's the curse of.
Now we do have a wedding, a very short wedding story involving a boat. I love this story.
Officers with the Boston Police Department's Harbor Patrol Unit came to the rescue of a groom in danger of missing his own wedding. Patrick Mahoney was supposed to get married on Thompson Island in the middle of Boston Harbor, but the boat that was meant to ferry him to the island broke down. Not only was Mahoney stranded, but the groomsman, photographer, DJ, and all the floral arrangements stuck on the mainland. Officer Joe Matthews stepped in to save the day, transporting more than a dozen people to the island on his police boat.
That's cool.
So that Mahoney's marriage to Hannah Crawford could go on schedule.
All right.
What a fun story.
Yes.
See, that's a happy story.
Here comes the tide.
Already good. So silly.
Yeah, this is your second one-line song of the day.
My actual wedding song that my ex-wife, we'll call her Kimberly because that's her name.
Yeah.
She picked out is the Eric Clapton song that you probably love, "Wonderful Tonight."
I hate that song.
Beautiful melodic love song, but lyrically
Eric's
it's a lie.
worst song.
Starts off fine, should have been changed. He's waiting for his wife Patty Boyd to get ready for a party, and she takes forever. He wrote the song.
Well, she's talking to George Harrison.
Here's how it should have gone. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup, brushes her long blonde hair, and then she asks me, do I look all right? And I said, hurry up! You look fine. You were supposed to be there at 9. That's how it should have gone.
You look fine. I hate that song.
Do you?
I hate Wonderful Tonight.
Oh, I hate that.
That was the wedding song of that particular era. That year. Oh,
the number
my God.
one. Yeah.
What is it now?
Maybe the song by Train.
What's his face?
Marry
Edwin
Me.
McCain's song, I think.
Oh, I love that.
Ed Sheeran
I'll
has
be.
one.
I love I'll be. That's a great song.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran has
There's no
one.
way
And there's
I'll be is that popular of
not anymore. Country song.
I'll have you know. Do you remember when we had Edwin in here? He gets paid serious dollars to show up.
I love that song. I'm just saying. It's not.
Yeah, it's like a lovely song, but it's like 20 years old. It's probably not the most popular song of today. I think is always.
So I'm
the
asking,
last couple weddings I went
what's the
to
new
was
one?
a country song, and I can't remember the name of it.
I Swear.
Is it I
that it?
Swear?
Yeah, maybe that's.
That doesn't sound like a very good wedding song.
Well, I swear.
If you talk back
to me, I'll swear.
I'll smack you in the face.
I'll curse.
Christy, have you thought about this? I'm not trying to pressure you in anything, but in the event that you get married again, maybe something from the Classics 4. Thank you, Waze.
Train, right? Marry Me.
See,
The top
Christy's fourth wedding is
top 9 songs. Marry Me by Train, Speechless, Dan and Shay.
That's it.
What's that? What's the Bruno
Dan and
Mars
Shay.
one?
Safety Suit by Never Stop by Safety Suit. Marry You by Bruno Mars.
Okay, this says August 2022, the most popular song at weddings is...
Look at him.
I'm levitating. Me and Chick, we dig this.
Josh's version. You have that there, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh.
I didn't mean to throw you off, but I love that.
Yeah, do you mean this one?
Yeah.
How about this for a parody song? I'm watching Dua Lipa. She's pretty.
I'm masturbating. Josh and I wrote that simultaneously. I didn't even know it.
What if we masturbating monkeys coming up?
Masturbating monkeys. Dad, what if we had one about you, people watching the show? I'm watching Bob and Tom show. Tom's talking. You're aggravating.
I would go with pontificating. Wait a minute. I don't know. So, so what is the most popular wedding song now?
He just told you.
Marry Me.
Train, Marry Me.
Marry Me. You've never heard it, have you?
It's a little on the nose, isn't it? Impersonal to the couple.
No, it's not your opinion, dickless. It's...
No.
If you were to get married, what song
In
would you
Chick's
play?
defense, my penis fell off.
You didn't know about that, did you?
I told you in confidence.
Yeah, well, I reached for it.
You're
I'm
actually
the embarrassed one.
you're running out of witty asides. Now it's just name calling.
Do you and your boo have a song?
No.
He wouldn't know if they did.
If you were to get married.
We have what's the word I'm looking for? Divergent taste in everything.
Well, what about that song that plays on your ringtone when she calls?
That's the Wicked Witch.
Hey, excuse me, Chick. Could you get Dickless out of here?
Hey, Dickless, you got to
it's your ringtone.
Wow, that went well.
No, we have kind of divergent taste in many things.
Well, that's fine.
Do you and your boyfriend like all the same stuff?
Hey, you're getting the call.
Dad, yeah, pick your phone up.
Go ahead. You call your.
Okay, this is all very funny. When we come back, we're going to find out what Christy's boo. Is it boo or Bo? Boo?
It's Boo.
You can be a boo. I can have a boo. You can have a boo.
And you guys do have different tastes.
Does your Bo have a boo?
Oh.
I hope he has a boo. I'm hoping.
Like, for instance, Tom, you like shredded wheat. Mm-hmm. And she likes young black guys. It's all different.
It's so different.
I gotta go change my underwear.
Excuse me, didn't I say that Dickless was leaving the room? Did I not make that clear? Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello. he's
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. We await our expert, Allie Breen, on relationships. She gets lots of letters from our listeners as we try to help you through your ups and downs in your relationship. Hey, can you help me with this? My boyfriend is da-da-da. Hey, I just wanted you guys to get your opinion. My girlfriend has been doing blah, blah, blah. That's kind of how it goes. And next thing you know, Josh is telling him to break up or talk about it. It's lots of fun. That's why we do it. And it seems to be quite popular with our listeners. That's later this morning. Allie Breen and Sexy Time. Also, Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast. On this Wednesday, August 17th, we roll through the morning together. Thanks for listening. You're tuned to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at your entertainment news. Opening statements in R. Kelly's federal trial are set to begin today in Chicago. Yesterday, among those chosen to sit on the jury, a retired real estate agent and a librarian. Kelly accused of sex charges as well as fixing his 2008 child pornography trial. The girl who allegedly was in a sex tape with Kelly that was central to that trial is now in her 30s and is expected to be the government's star witness. Prosecutors say Kelly threatened and paid her to not testify in 2008. Kelly has denied wrongdoing. Again, that trial gets underway in Chicago later today. The challenge that faced the Elvis Presley birthplace and museum in Tupelo, Mississippi was to get visitors back in the area of COVID-19. Then the Elvis movie came out, and things have been bustling ever since. Executive Director Roy Turner says the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal visits picked up in April and really picked up when the film came out this summer. Turner says the movie has inspired a lot of young people to check out Elvis. He says the birthplace gets more visitors, which he thinks is because the movie and Elvis's connection to the community. Black Pumas say they will press pause and step away from touring for the rest of the year. They called the decision difficult. No details on why. Black Pumas have canceled several shows this summer due to what they call unforeseen circumstances. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning to you. If sports is your thing, then you need to order Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way. You'll learn to butcher grammar like it's a dead cow.
Sometimes Charles do things and he does them for himself. See, what the fans should understand here is that Phoenix don't like to really set up half court.
Magic's insights will teach you how to lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence.
You know, he's amazing. Every time he does something crazy or something.
Nobody can abruptly switch to a completely different thought like the Magic Man.
He's one of the best. If he get his feet set, hey, look out. And then also, he's having a good game. He had a good first game.
Contradictory thoughts in the same sentence? Like magic.
Kevin stumbled because his leg gave out on him in a sense. And so it's not 100% that leg, but he's doing, he's playing really well. He's not like he's favoring it at all.
Magic. Angler.
Dan Marley is continually to help offer Byron Scott.
To get Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way, call 1-800.
Oh, get it out of here.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
All right. He's the Eggman.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
How can you tell a chick's exasperated?
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hey, how can you tell?
Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much. We were talking about Draymond Green.
Draymond.
Draymond.
Yeah, don't work too hard. Draymond.
First syllable. Okay. At his wedding, of course, he had the now famous Blunt Bar.
Now famous.
I think this will be a thing at wedding receptions. They have.
I think it's going to be more and more of a thing. My friend Alana, for her birthday party, she's doing a 4-course cannabis meal. She's like so excited about it. They're bringing in a professional chef. He's going to cook it at her house. She's having friends over. Yeah, this is going to be more.
So all the food is infused with.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
My experience is so limited. Wouldn't you be getting hungrier as you ate because of the?
It takes about an hour to kick in, but I'd imagine that would be happening. And this is for like the serious pot smokers. If you're not taking edibles, you don't want to do one of this. It'll scare you too much because it can be very, leads to paranoia and stuff.
Okay. Well, this Draymond Green.
Draymond.
Can you do your song again for me, Pat? I really enjoyed that. Once again, he had the marijuana salad bar, the devil's lettuce, if you will.
If you will, which you won't.
The reefer. The pile
Maybe
of
that's
joints.
what you need to take off the anxiety level a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I need. Somebody to screw me up here. Yeah, here. You need some psychoactive chemicals to make your screwed up brain work better. Pat, please do your song again.
Smoke with me, blunts at the wedding, eat all the cake, such a beautiful setting. Draymond, 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 I hope all your dreams come true.
And then, of course, we covered the fact that Mr. Green married a woman named Hazel.
Mr. Green.
We covered that. And I said that the something blue was Kush, and I was loudly corrected. Apparently, because I'd heard about this blue Kush.
Well, there's blue Dream and there's blue cheese.
I got this from.
There's purple Kush.
This dude, we'll call him RS. He writes, yeah, there's a very popular strain of marijuana called Blue Kush.
Yeah, but I don't
think it's blue.
I don't think it's blue.
Well, no, but
it's just the name.
Yeah. B.B. King isn't blue, but he is a...
What?
He's also not a king.
You're arguing my point.
But you honestly said you thought it was blue in color. You said that.
I don't know that he did.
Well, Kentucky Blue...
Yes, he did.
Is Kentucky Bluegrass blue?
No, not really.
I rest my case.
You're arguing.
You know what? He won. Case dismissed.
Just let him go. Yeah. We got to get a gavel in here.
Chick, will you answer the phone?
Nope. Kiss my ass.
Try answering. Would you please answer it, Josh?
No. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Torman.
Kenny, hi.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm an ATL. Just got in from ORD through ZPL. I had to call you guys today. I believe I heard somebody mention the rapper, Da Baby.
Yes, Da Baby. That's correct.
What, Kenny?
Well, I hate to name drop. I can't be sure, but I'm 99% certain I was on a flight with Da Baby just last week.
Really?
Yeah, because we were delayed.
Okay, Kenny.
I know. I've been camping on that bad boy for a week. Let's find that puppy a good home. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
So, Chick, I've been dying to ask, what do you think about this NFL preseason so far?
Well, the preseason, of course,
I
is
hate to do
many
this,
and
but I gotta
very.
take it. It's Linda. We met on It's Just Lunch. Hang tight. Hey, boo. No, ATL. Yeah, I just told Bob and Tom the baby joke. Oh, they loved it. Oh, it's okay. You can just reload and catch it on Best Of next week. Hey, boo, I hate to do this. I'm almost to Carousel 4, but what do you want to eat for dinner? Yeah, but the bags are coming out hot now. I said the bags are coming out hot. I'm fine with Cheesecake Factory, but I've got 4 sample cases. Well, they were there long before you, little missy. Get into the Sky Club without me.
Oh, boy.
Enjoy Zone 4.
Wow.
Thank you, Kenny.
Guess we won't hear preseason football talk.
Zone 4.
Boy.
Don't you hate it when you're waiting for your baggage and the whole family has to stand up there waiting for the one bag?
Yes.
Could you maybe just assign someone to that task so we could get near the carousel? I'm sorry.
No, you're not in charge of every family.
I should be, though. They'd be people getting arrested.
They're all excited.
One person per family, please. Okay, can we get the 40 kids back over there? Okay, so is sports over?
Yeah.
Mercifully? Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Farts.
Christy!
Drummond.
Police in Ohio have arrested 2 people for allegedly having sex on the Ferris wheel at Cedar Point.
Oh,
Hello.
how could they do it?
According to the Sandusky Police Department, witnesses who were behind the couple's cart said they could clearly see the suspect's genitals and could feel the cart shaking.
Now, I want to clarify a couple of things. Sandusky is the city in Ohio where Cedar Point is.
Located.
And Cedar Point may have the best roller coasters in the world.
Some of the best, yeah, for sure.
But this was not on one of the roller
It's a
coasters.
Ferris wheel.
Yes, on the roller coaster, that would be a trick.
That would be difficult.
No one said roller coaster but you.
I was just plugging the great roller coasters at Cedar Point.
The report states the group said the couple knew that they were watched and started laughing and continued their behavior.
Oh, they liked it.
The man and woman, both aged 32, initially denied the allegations.
We weren't humping.
The woman told officers she bent over to pick up a pack of cigarettes and the man tried to help her.
Is that right?
Hey, baby, pick up those Marlboros. I got something to show you.
Drop my darts. Come on.
They later admitted to having sex on the ride and were promptly arrested on public indecency charges.
Who tattled on them?
What do you mean, who tattled?
Come on.
Josh hates Ferris wheels.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm very scared of it.
He's very
It's like one of the
afraid.
few things that actually make me nervous.
Oh, yeah. I made him go on at the fair, and he was
These people,
terrified.
they had to time it, I guess, right?
Well, you're stuck up there sometimes for a while.
You think they?
Time it so that you're not passing the.
No, I don't think they cared.
Operator. They didn't care.
I don't think they cared.
Okay.
I think they liked being watched.
But yeah, it's sad. I think.
Yeah, why?
It's pathetic. Get a room.
Hey, get yours.
Kids are there having fun. I don't want to see you doing the Sandusky steamer in the gondola.
Again, that's the city of Sandusky.
Not the Jerry,
You know,
Jerry Sandusky steamer.
steam room.
Cedar Point is known for roller coasters.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
Well, this guy's the other people were. They said they were seeing his,
Yeah, and
daddy
when you
parts
see it, you just look away and you keep your mouth shut. We live in a nation of rats.
Sorry, officer. No, officer, that was a corn dog. She was mowing.
Have you ever had sex in public?
God,
Answer the question, Bob.
Gentlemen would never answer a question like that.
I can't imagine people like watching people have sex, or the people having sex like to be watched. Why would they?
These people are probably.
How do you explain porn?
I don't believe that.
These people are drunk.
That's the best part of porn.
You never see this at Disney World, except, well, if you were in the Clinton section of the Hall of Presidents, they have that one, the Monica, vacuum hand dryer thing.
Yeah, it doesn't blow out so much as suck in.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey, when we come back,
I have an idea for it. This is another one of my pet peeves.
All right.
You know those places where they have the air blowers to dry your hands?
Yes.
Sure.
There's this one bathroom I have to go to quite often. I would like to get the president of that company to stand in a bucket of water and use that hand dryer and see what happens. You can't get your hands dry. It blows for like 3 seconds, then you just wipe it on your pants and leave the room.
Why do I have to stand in the bucket of water?
So he'd get electrocuted.
Oh, I see.
Never mind. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
How many lies a day do you think you tell?
Dozens.
Really?
Who are you asking?
Is there a record?
I'm asking all of you. There's a story about the average amount of lying people do every day.
I don't do that much lying.
You ever done the Sandusky bow tie?
Oh, come on. Get off.
Tell me a little bit about that.
The Sandusky bow tie? Well, you're going to need 4 pairs of shoes.
That's odd.
It's complicated. When we come back, we'll find out what all this means. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
How are things going, Ron? You're out on tour. You got a lot of live shows happening.
Yeah, they keep showing up, and I can't believe it either.
We have. I notice you've got your guitar out.
I do.
Give that a strum. I want to see if. Oh, that's nice.
I'd like to sing you a song that could probably change your life, but I don't have one. So I'll just sing this. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and buddy, she goes there a lot. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Go on, flick it, girl. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and just rubbing that cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing until the cows come home. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flick, flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
Inflation rate rose to a new 40-year high of 10.1% in July. Rising food prices tightened a cost of living squeeze fueled by soaring energy prices. The Office of National Statistics said Wednesday consumer prices inflation hit double digits, a jump from 9.4% in June and higher than analysts' central forecast of 9.8%. It said the increase largely due to rising prices for food and staples, including toilet paper and toothbrushes. Most economists believe the worst is yet to come. Bank of England says soaring natural gas prices likely to drive consumer price inflation to nearly 13% in October. A former Tokyo Olympic Organizing Committee board member and 3 people from a clothing company that was a surprise sponsor, of the 2020 Games arrested on bribery suspicions. Wednesday, prosecutors said Harioki Takahashi, a former executive at advertising company Dentsu, is suspected of receiving bribes from the former head of Aoki Holdings, Inc. and 2 company employees. Aoki is linked with Japan's so-called recruit suits that youngsters fresh out of school wear for job interviews and their first jobs. It was a surprise pick to dress the Japanese Olympic team. The bribery believed to be linked to sponsorship of the Tokyo Games and products related to the Olympics. Japan pursuing the 2030 Winter Olympics for Sapporo. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
CJ would like to hear a scene from Silence of the Lambs.
A birthday, a happy birthday for CJ.
Happy birthday, CJ.
Do you remember your first birthday, Clarice?
I I do, Dr. Lecter. The lambs were crying.
And you thought if you ate a piece of cake, you could save them. What is that dripping off your head, Clarice? You walked by multiple MiGs cell again, did you?
It's semen.
I apologize for the rudeness.
Too literal of an interpretation.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute, we catalog key pieces of audio for archival and historical purposes. We continually research and examine significant pieces of audio to ensure their accuracy and validity. Today, we look at the first ever recording by Thomas Edison, where in 1877 he successfully recorded the following on a primitive wax cylinder.
A little piece of practical poetry. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
The distinguished staff here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute noticed the labeling method used by Mr. Thomas Edison. This famous piece of audio was labeled 05TE for Thomas Edison, 02. Knowing this format is the industry standard to this day, we here at the Institute theorize there must be a 05TE01. After years of research and investigation, we have uncovered the following audio cylinder. This is the very first ever recording by Mr. Thomas Edison.
The first words I spoke in the original phonograph. Here we go. What's up?
Win donation.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, everybody.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hey, chick.
Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Chick Star.
Wearing my favorite jacket today. I have the exact same one. Well done, sir. Well done. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
I'm wearing a jacket of only.
Thank you very much.
He's got a jacket.
It's on the chair.
Nice to be here.
I'm going to kill him.
But we have action figures in the news coming up.
Yeah.
We have human remains in the news.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
We got,
Why don't we? Oh, never.
We got monkey see, monkey jerk. There you go. Monkey see, monkey jerk. We got that in the news. The world's got too many people in it. We got that coming up. But right now, I think it's time for a palate cleanser. It's time to change the entire approach that we're taking to this show today with, of course.
Where is that volume button on my headphones?
That sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Why did King Kong climb the Empire State Building?
I don't know why.
He couldn't fit in the elevator.
That's a silly one. I like it. Jake, did you at least like that one?
No!
It's sort of fact-based.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree.
It's fact-based.
All agree
Other
on that.
than the fact King Kong doesn't exist. Yeah, it's fact-based.
They're big monkeys.
It's funny because we have monkey news today. In the news, do you have that, Christy?
Yes, Tom. In Bali's sacred monkey forest, long-tailed macaques are the main attraction.
Yeah.
They lounge around in the lush greenery, and hundreds of the primates entertain visitors, feast on the food provided by those who are tourists
You've seen
visiting. Sure we have. Their leisurely lifestyle leaves them with a lot more free time than the average wild monkey. And in those spare hours, apparently they've taken up playing with stones.
Yeah.
In some cases, they've found they use them as sex toys.
A rock?
Both male and female monkeys were observed rubbing stones on their genitals.
To get their rocks off.
That joke wrote itself.
Remember when Charlton Heston said, damn dirty apes? This is what he was talking about.
Man, oh man.
Monkeys.
Yeah, that would hurt, wouldn't it?
And you've heard about these lately, these places that have all these monkeys. The monkeys are getting really aggressive. Remember this? They're stealing watches.
And kids. Remember that video of the monkey taking the kid from the mom? They got her back, don't worry, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather good. You hate monkeys, right, Josh?
Yeah, I like gorillas and stuff, but monkeys, like chimpanzees, I know, and they're not actually monkeys. They gross me out.
Yeah,
I think they're gross.
Yeah, I'm scared of them.
I'd punch one in the face.
Oh, you
If you brought a chimp in here right now, I'd punch it in the face.
Oh,
we got to set this up.
Then they'll bite your face off.
chimpanzees.
Yeah.
No, I'll handcuff
Chimps are deadly.
They're not all deadly. Authorities in California are saying some monkeys led them on a wild goose chase.
Oh, sorry. I got mail.
You want to get that? The San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office said it received a 911 call from a zoo, but the call disconnected. When dispatchers tried to call back, they received no response, so they were deputies were sent out to investigate. The zoo near Paso Robles, is that how you say that? Found no one there made the call.
You want to translate that for us, Chick?
Paso Robles is morning shower and robe.
Isn't that interesting?
Paso Robles.
Paso meaning skip, Robles meaning get dressed.
Apparently, a capuchin monkey named Root, or Route, however you pronounce that, had apparently picked up the zoo's cell phone and made the call.
Funny.
The sheriff's office said, we're told capuchin monkeys are very inquisitive and will grab anything and everything and just start pushing buttons. Apparently, the monkey found it sitting on a golf cart that had been left.
No. Hello, 911.
Out.
My brother is jumping in the bed. Get out. 911. My emergency. I'm out of bananas. Send help. Wait.
Capuchin monkeys are the ones that become helper monkeys. They're very smart.
Is that the one that Ross had on Friends?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
It's kind of a rare misstep for Friends, that and the duck, don't you think?
Oh, I love the chick and the duck.
I back to this monkey grabbing a cell phone and being able to dial it. I think they're kind of lucky because it could have gone a much different direction.
How so?
Well, also this truck pulls up. Okay, who ordered a pallet of 40 tons of bananas? The
variation of the joke you already did.
Not enough laughs first time? What happened? Well, tell us. We want to learn.
Well, and if you pick up a cell phone and isn't there a way, like an emergency, even if you don't know the password, you can still dial 911 with one button or something?
I butt dialed it once.
You did?
911?
No, whatever that emergency button is.
Wouldn't you love to know what the real story is?
No, I was in my car. All of a sudden, my phone rang and it said, "What's your emergency?"
Car, and all of a sudden, the phone rang.
How was your car? How were you sitting on your car phone? Or your phone?
Sitting on it. I don't know.
No, the phone wasn't anywhere near you, right?
I believe it jostled in my pocket. And the next thing, then they called me back.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure you're all right.
I always do. I was on a freeway at the time.
Yeah.
I'm on the freeway.
Not doing anything.
Barely hit the chuck hole.
How long did you talk to the person on the other end of that phone?
Hey, how you doing?
Did you go for 5 minutes?
Let me ask you a question.
How many calls do you get a day?
Now that I think about it, I was actually in line on a freeway.
Are you familiar with the song Hooray, Hooray for Hazel? You like that song?
You ever seen 10,000 buses?
Ace, yesterday I got stuck.
10,000 buses.
10,000 buses.
Apparently, every school bus in the city was coming out of the same driveway, and I watched my light cycle through 4 or 5 times.
That's a big school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of buses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids are going back to school. It's that time of year.
That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, it's all over the internet. It's called reusable toilet paper.
Come on
or
with this.
family cloth, as it's sometimes referred to.
Family cloth. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be related.
Can you read? Oh, looks like
now
that looks like Alex's brand. What the?
Hey, Tom, when you would change Willie's poopy diaper, now was that like a treat for you, or
no?
Would you eat a hot dog right away?
Does his junk look like yours?
Companies.
Can dads tell if is there a resemblance?
Oh, that might be like some sort of primitive way to tell if he's really your kid.
Like, hey, you've got your father's nose. Are there? Like, hey, you got your dad's balls.
None of those are real things. I'm sorry. Didn't you have a news story about toilet paper?
Yeah.
Look at the size of his balls.
Companies like Net Zero are selling rolls of cotton pads that can be used for wiping, then thrown into the wash for reuse.
This is insane.
The reusable toilet paper has gained attention on blogs for years. It's a whole cottage industry on Etsy and may not be a sanitary option or even earth-friendly as they make it seem. We talked about this on the air the other day. You guys made fun of me because I have a friend who said he was at a person's home, that friend Josh Oscar, and they had rags next to the toilet. They don't have toilet paper.
Then where do they put it?
You put it in a special bag and then they wash it.
Sick.
Well, this article goes on to say that actually uses more energy.
Right, it uses more energy because of the hot water bleach and because you got to sanitize. Kelly Reynolds, a director and public health researcher at the University of Arizona, also studies contaminants in the home, and she says it's a risky practice. The potential for cross-contamination just very high from your bathroom, where they're stored to your laundry room. Internet users have been voicing their opinions about the products, with one person saying, quote, if I saw this in someone's house, I would leave and never come back. Or you would just hold it till you got home.
You don't have to go to that extreme. You can just not crap there.
It's going to smell awful and...
Sure.
Well, you could get one of those diaper genie things.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what...
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
No, don't encourage this idiocy.
I don't... Hey, if somebody wants to do it, I don't care.
I mean, I don't care what they do in their own home.
I feel like you're going to taint.
Don't go there.
It's going to taint your washing machine forever, and then all your clothes are going to have E. coli.
Okay, you guys are talking like this, but they wash baby diapers for many, many years.
Tom, you do laundry every morning. So.
I do.
Yeah.
And I do it on extra hot, ultra high, sterilizing everything.
There you go.
Well, I'm not going to. No, I think Western culture has perfected toilet paper. It's done in such a way that it's sustainable. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, this is sick. You can get bamboo toilet paper, which is like supposed to be better because you can grow bamboo faster than trees.
Really? You could also get corn cobs, but I'm not going to. Okay?
This is pretty sick.
I know I'll be dead by the time we run out of toilet.
There's no way I'd throw one of these poopy rags in with my spermy t-shirts.
Hey,
and I'm just not going to do it. It's just, gag me.
And I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Between, I mean, obviously, you have adult diapers and you have baby diapers, and people wash them. I don't.
And isn't the math on this been done now that by the time that you transport the dirty diapers and use the hot water and the bleach, you've used just as much energy as you would have.
That's the narrative you want. So that's what
exactly.
You're saying. Yeah.
I only agree with stuff I want to agree with. I only watch things that tell me things that reinforce my opinion.
So you're the average American.
Yes, I only watch news channels that agree with me. I don't want a contrary opinion.
That's
no,
right.
Even if it is, I'm sorry. And believe me, in my day, I've changed enough disposable diapers, and people go, where are you going to put them? Get in an airplane, fly over this country of ours. There's 1,000 miles of places we can fill with dirt.
No.
We can
fill dirt.
No.
There's a lot of empty space out there. That's where we put spent nuclear rods and diapers, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
We can't have nuclear.
You're not right, but damn it, you're passionate.
There's no room for landfill. Really?
Well,
I'll tell you
what happens when all that stuff breaks down into your ground?
It won't. It's too far away.
Where your food is grown.
Hey, you ever seen Not in My Backyard t-shirts?
Did you know there's a landfill in the St. Louis area that is underground and it's constantly on fire?
Yep.
And it burst into flames because everything just mixed. Nothing lit it.
Well, see, put more urine-soaked diapers in there.
Oh, my
Put out the
goodness.
fires.
It's just constantly burning, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Killing our planet.
You're kidding me, Dan. But you seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously. Take a look around.
The planet will kill us before we actually kill it, right?
We're not.
Well, it'll eventually go. All right, floods and volcanoes for you.
We're not going to kill it with toilet paper, okay?
I agree. We're not going to.
Everybody out. Let's go.
That's why the rich guys are building rockets to Mars.
The cloth they use, are they recycling like shirts and stuff? Do they?
Some people are. Some people are using like old T-shirts.
Oh, this was my favorite shirt. Oh, well, I got the epaulet caught on my anus.
Wait a minute. I have to ask, your favorite shirt has an epaulette on it?
Of course.
Nice.
You know that.
Very nice.
I know that.
Those khaki shirts with the epaulette.
And I bet 100% cotton, like a nice a T-shirt,
T-shirt
feels real good.
Yeah. I prefer Madras. Although technically it should be called Madras. We all know that. Right now I want to talk to you about our friends at Roman. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show. Sponsored by Roman. I love these guys. They're famous, of course, on this show for their quality work with erectile dysfunction. And right now, I want to talk about something a little bit different from Roman. You've been hearing about low T all the time. And fellas, this can affect your sex drive. It can affect the aforementioned erection issue, bone mass, sperm production, et cetera, et cetera. Low T, serious business. Maybe you can take the first step in finding out about low T with the Roman at-home testosterone test Kit. Now, the Roman Testosterone Test Kit cannot diagnose if you have low T, but it can help you decide to further investigate the potential cause of your symptoms with a healthcare provider. Roman sends you this easy-to-use kit, step-by-step video instructions. They even cover free 2-day shipping to and from your house. Take the test before 10 a.m. and ship it out that day. Your results, once they're ready, will be sent you in a PDF file, downloadable, private, secure, breaking it down for you. Then you can choose to schedule a free consultation and dig over your results. See what's going on. You'll be consulted with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Check it out at GetRoman.com/BT show for that at-home testosterone test kit. Find out about low T. Find out what it means. By the way, the test kit's $69. You can get it at GetRoman.com/BT show. That's GetRoman.com/BT show. Coming up, we have action figures in the news. Hey, what's in that suitcase? Oh, it's a dead body. That's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. You can also stream the show live each morning as well. And hello to our YouTube viewers. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. If you seem confused about what I'm talking about, just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. Click on that link. Give us a like. And next thing you know, boom, you're watching the Bob and Tom Show live on the YouTube Bob and Tom Show channel. It is just that easy. Rolling through a Wednesday with you, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom News headlines. Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney has been defeated in the GOP primary in Wyoming. She fell on Tuesday to Harriet Hageman, a rival backed by former President Donald Trump. Cheney describing her loss as the beginning of a new chapter, telling supporters that our work is far from over. Nepal's most sacred river, also its most polluted, in the capital, Kathmandu, raw sewage is dumped directly into the Bagmati River. Heaps of garbage are tossed in from along the banks. Once sparkling and clear, today the river's waters are black and sludgy, undrinkable, unsuitable for even cleaning. During the dry months, an overwhelming stench pervades the area by the river. You can imagine. Volunteers gather each weekend to pick up garbage. The government's building canals to divert the sewage from the river. Some environmentalists and people who live along the holy Bagmati are not optimistic those efforts can make a significant impact anytime soon. Colorado Parks and Wildlife say a man shot and killed a bear that had entered his home looking for food early Saturday morning. Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokesperson Rachel Gonzalez said Monday the nearly 400-pound bear flipped a lever-handled door and found dog food inside the home in the ski resort town of Steamboat Springs. The homeowner confronted and shot the bear multiple times, killing it. Colorado has roughly 12,000 bears. Break-ins are common. Residents shooting and killing bears in self-defense, however, is rare. Gonzalez says the man had the right to shoot the bear since it was in his home and he felt threatened. And that's a look at your news update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
There's a new documentary out there entitled Sick. It's the winner of the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Award. The film chronicles the life and times of super masochistic performance artist Bob Flanagan. In one scene, Flanagan is shown hammering a nail into, then removing it from his most private part, which would be his penis.
Wow.
Boy, what if he misses and like hits his thumb?
Well, then that would hurt, Bob.
Yeah, there's a bone in there.
That's really going to hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on a second. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, the
Hiya, Bob.
famed home repair host. How's it going, Bob?
Pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, you guys are talking about something. It's pretty common.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the home repair guys do it. I do it all the time.
You actually take a nail and pound it into your penis on purpose?
Heck yeah.
Now,
Really?
do you use a nail gun or do you use a regular traditional hammer and nail?
Oh, I'm not a conservative guy. Just use a nail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was at the hardware store the other day picking up a nail just for that.
Uh-huh.
And I took it up to the counter. The guy goes, that'll be $1. I go, great. He goes, that'll be $1.04 with tax. I go, tax? Wait, I am kinky?
Tax too.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore. Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program.
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hello, Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hey.
Hey, Ace Cosby's
Hello,
here.
Chick.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Jessica's here because she likes to weigh in on the show we call Sexy Time with Allie Breen. Coming up, if you've never heard the show Sexy Time, you got to stick around. I mean, this is nothing like in the world. Got a new feature coming up.
Oh, yeah?
I'll tell you about it in a second. Can you get that?
You can answer it. Say
I
hello.
can't.
Say hello, Bob and Tom Show.
My mic isn't hooked up.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Jack.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
See?
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
Hurts my feelings and nobody wants to answer. I swear to God.
Sorry, Bob.
You guys been watching Little League World Series this week?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's cool.
I watch every year, man. Didn't I tell you guys I was a major star back in my District 9 days?
Really?
I swear to God. I was the first kid on my 10 and under team to get tossed for spit and scope bandit juice right in Ralph Clay's face.
Oh, well, yeah. That's
He deserved it. He's the opposing coach and on the school board. I was only 10, so he couldn't press charges. But he tried to check my birth certificate because I was the only kid in our league with certified chest hair. So he's up all in my face, up in my bubble, and didn't know I'd won in the chamber, and I lit him up like a grasshopper. I swear to God. But the fact remains, I did have chest hair then.
Wow.
At 10.
Well, it kept me from making All-Stars, Christy. Despite having a McGregor glove signed by Richie Zisk. I swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
It's all politics, man. Mostly I was a pitcher. But I damn near threw my arm out throwing submarines like Raleigh Fingers. You remember him?
Oh, sure.
So by the time I was 12, I taught myself how to throw with both arms. Had no idea I was even amphibious. But it all started with Raleigh Fingers. Man, I heard his curly mustache got him so much poon when he played.
Really? Had a big
I bet he had more road beef than Jeters. Anyways, this one time, man, I was pitching, and a comebacker hit me right in the nuts.
Oh.
I sound like that Dick Scritty Politti for like 2 weeks. Then Coach Seabury said I need to wear a cup if I want to pitch again. And he said the red solo cup my mom Phyllis used to drink her Bartles and James apparently wasn't certified, whatever, man.
that's
not going to work.
I was only 12. I wasn't an expert in protected by Crouch. Where did I know to even go to buy a cup? It took me a while to put 2 and 2 together. Eventually, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. It seemed pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It does.
Picking a name that meets your target audience. I swear to God. I mean, think about it. Outside of Hooters or Subways is I can't think of a better name. I ever tell you my Uncle Sonny had this idea to build a baseball-related porno store?
Is that right?
He wanted to call it Field of Wet Dreams. Swear to God, man. He came close, had business cards made up of Kinko's, even had a metal sign that said Bilget, and they were...
Okay, we have to go now.
Okay, I better run. Here comes the garbage, man. I forgot it's heavy trash day.
Yeah.
I need to ask my neighbor Mitchell if he needs help rolling his wife out to the curb. Swear to God.
Wow,
I gotta go.
I didn't know Donnie was a baseball star.
Yeah, who knew?
Well,
Yeah.
if it's athletics, he was a star.
Yeah.
Okay. They got the sidearm, the old Ted Abernathy. Okay. Now, we go back to Christy Lee at the news desk, but I thought we'd try something new.
What?
I thought we would go back to a story we've already done.
Okay.
Just don't let it be the Draymond Green story, please.
Draymond Green. We're not going to do that one again.
You sure?
What did we just do? What was the one?
With the reusable toilet paper. Family cloth, as it's sometimes
that's
called.
the one. That really bugs me.
Yeah, it's been on blogs for years. It's a big cottage industry on Etsy, but apparently it can be some
So instead of toilet paper,
very sanitary...
people using cloth.
And then they just wash them and reuse them.
No.
I mean, what do they think they are? Staying at a hotel? I mean, how gross is that? You
Yeah,
can't just do
exactly.
that.
You can't do that at your own home.
Exactly. Thanks, Josh.
Pat, do you have a tribute?
Hello, I'm Patty Cash. Well, I went to Kroger about 2:15. I had to buy some TP, but the toilet paper price was way too high. I went on to the dollar store, but I could only have two, and it was $1 more. My family's going to need at least a 4-pack. We're using rags and paper towels and coffee filters not meant for bowels, so I got to come up with a plan that can't be traced. They got a couple of restrooms where I work. Please don't think that I'm a jerk. I took some TP and hid it in my guitar case. I'm getting it one square at a time. Hell, that ain't no crime. These high prices have taken their toll. Everybody's gone nuts, and we gotta wipe our butts. By the end of the month, I should have a full roll.
Patty Cash, thank you very much.
Patty Cash. One square at a time.
Okay. What else you got over there, Christy Lee?
How many times a day do you think you lie?
I don't know.
Give me the context.
Reasons.
Boy, spoken like a lawyer's kid.
I mean, like, if Christy walks in and says, "Do you like my shirt?" I'm gonna go, "Of course."
Because you're not going to say what you really think because you don't want to ruin my day.
Right.
So it's a nice lie.
I'm not going to say, "Did you get that from your mom?"
But
you've done that.
That's a lie.
Well, that's true.
You can just do what women do. Just, yes, what a brave choice.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's not really lying.
Right. It's just not.
Yeah, the implication is it's horrific, but by choosing that, you're being okay.
But you live your life always ready to lie. I live near a golf course. I want to go on walks on it. And I go, yeah, I want to go on walks, but I don't want to go on a golf course. I'll get in trouble.
Fascinated by this story.
And then he just goes, just tell me you lost your dog. And I go, what? He goes, tell me you lost your dog on the golf course. You need to go find the dog. I go, what if they try to help me find the dog? And he goes,
they're getting some exercise, these fat asses.
No, you said tell him the dog gets scared. I need to go look for it alone. You're always ready to go. You're always prepared for the lie.
He really is.
love it.
Yeah, he came up with that right off the top of his head.
Immediately.
Yes.
You're dealing with morons.
So what does the story suggest?
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
A recent survey found the average person tells
back on track.
4 lies per day.
4.
It was conducted for
That's a low number.
Yeah, that's way low.
online betting guide, and it revealed 37% of Americans felt they were adept at deceiving others, while 53% of respondents believe they're good at determining whether someone is lying to them. On average, Americans fib 4 times a day, but felt that someone lies to them about 6 times daily.
Where are you on the lies by omission?
What does that mean?
You just leave stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
You don't say, I went to the drive-in last night with a broad. You just don't say what you did last night.
It's not a lie.
If you're asked. Yeah.
Oh, if you're asked.
That seems to be a fairly serious offense.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Were you out with that Kevin again last night? Oh, no, I was at Cheesecake Factory.
No, that's a lie.
You know what I mean? Like, you may still have been with Kevin, but that's the lie by omission.
I see, but you
that's
were
a technicality right there.
That's lie by omission, isn't it?
Research showed when people thought it was a good time to lie would be playing poker.
Well, yes.
Duh.
That's not lying. It's playing poker.
Bluffing.
30% said it was okay if someone asked if you like what they were wearing and you don't, which Tom just proved. And 27% said they would lie when someone has made a horrible meal.
Oh, sure. I get that. You're trying to be polite with the in-laws or whatever. They make some weird chicken dish. You dig in. It's terrible.
Yeah, this is delicious. I haven't had this since they served it in my high school on a shingle.
No, it was scabs, right?
Okay.
Huh. I've had to do that. I went on a date. This girl made the worst pasta with shrimp in it, and I just ate the whole thing. I hated every bite. But she, Josh, was so hot. You eat the pasta.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
I would too, but I'm more fat than I am a liar. So
it's not an integrity thing.
Yeah, no. It's just.
I'd like to add to that. Well, you just shut your eyes and keep eating.
Yes.
Yes.
I see, Willie. Go ahead.
No, I'm just not a very good. I think I have tells if I'm. So that's why I don't lie. I don't think I'm a good liar.
I was dating a girl.
You were what?
Dating a
girl. Can anybody else here eating?
Yes, that'd be a lot.
Dating.
Everybody relax.
So sorry.
It's masticating.
I'm levitating. Okay.
So you were dating a girl.
I'm sorry. I was with this woman.
Yes.
And she was going to make me her world famous potato soup. I told her I don't like potato soup. And she said, you'll love mine. You'll love mine.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of it. She goes, what'd you think? I said, I don't like potato soup.
I think that's a fair. She
You're
made
being honest.
Yeah. So
How long was that your last date?
A friend of mine's dad had a famous story. His wife to be was trying to impress him, and her mom was over the whole deal, and she knew that he loved cherry pie, so that she wasn't much of a cook, but she got this recipe and made this cherry pie. And when they brought it out, he said it was the most beautiful cherry pie he'd ever seen. He commented, "That's just amazing." It turned out she'd made it with maraschino cherries.
Ooh.
Whoa. And he took one bite of it. He said it was the most ghastly, awful thing I've ever eaten. And then he ate the whole thing, suffering through it. And then she insisted he have a second piece. So that's when you.
That's the issue. Is lying just gets you into more trouble, though. Then you
exactly.
Have to
it sounds kind of like a sitcom thing, but that is a true story.
Did he marry her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You know, a lot of people get in arguments about is if, say, the guy's out and you're like, hey, honey, when are you coming home? And he's like, I'm coming home here in a little bit. Or, I'll be on my way here shortly. And it's like 5 hours later. It's like, dude, why can't you just tell me when you're coming home? You know what I mean?
Is that a lie?
He doesn't know what time this chick has to get back to her place. I don't know.
It's weird.
Okay, well, no. We have been talking a lot about Woodstock. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Did you ever see the movie Woodstock, Jessica?
No.
Me either.
Yeah, this is your son. Really?
No, I've never watched Woodstock.
You're less
of a person.
Christy, this isn't
in
a joke.
1969, I liked the Monkees or whatever.
But
I wasn't.
I did too till I went to see Woodstock.
A number of the bands in Woodstock are still out there, and Santana is still out there. The Who is still out there. Many of those great bands.
Is Jimi Hendrix still touring? Or
no. He's no longer with us. The point is, it's a cultural
that's weird
pivot point, if you will. It's a really important
I've seen
movie.
enough highlights from it. I don't really need to see the whole thing.
I was talking about the great song "Soul Sacrifice."
Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah, Santana. You've heard of Mr. Santana, Carlos, the great guitarist.
The song he did with Rob Thomas.
Yeah, that's a great song.
We love that song.
That's a nice tune, sir.
I know.
40
you
years
don't
after.
like that?
So I asked Dean if he would be kind enough to do a top 40 version of Soul Sacrifice, because admittedly there's a rather lengthy drum solo in it that's very good. Michael Shreve. This is the short version of Soul Sacrifice live at Woodstock.
We got one more tune for you.
Thank you, Carl.
It's called Soul Sacrifice.
That's the drum solo.
Is it?
Carlos hasn't even.
It's the flute solo.
Ladies and gentlemen, Santana.
See?
Nice.
For those of you that,
guitar.
pardon me?
He didn't even play his guitar.
He did at the end there.
That was weird.
Dun, 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 dun.
You make every song sound like a marching band is doing that. And I love that about you.
Christy?
Yeah?
Did you want to hear more of Soul Sacrifice?
Oh, no. I was just...
We got one more tune for you.
Oh, we do?
It's called Soul Sacrifice.
Soul Sacrifice is great, Carlos Santana. That great rhythm section.
This is the drum solo.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Santana!
Admittedly, it was mostly organ, but that was very good. I highly recommend the movie Woodstock. Learn a lot. It's great.
Hey, experts are saying the global population could cross 8 billion any day now.
Hot dog.
Projections from the UN.
No, not hot dog. Soylent Green.
Yes.
Projections from the UN and the U.S. Census Bureau have calculated that the global population will grow to 9 or 10 billion, but some demographers believe we are nearing our peak due to drastically falling birth rates. And experts at the Wittgenstein Center for
Wittgenstein.
He's a Swedish philosopher or something like that?
That was Wittgenstein, wasn't it?
That's a country.
He was an expert.
Wittgenstein is a country?
No, he's the expert in cunnilingus.
That was
Liechtenstein.
Wittgenstein Center for Demography and Global Human Capital.
That place has got to be a riot.
Oh,
April Fool's Day at that place.
Well, the good news is they're not forecasting doom and decline. No.
Well, they should be.
They're,
Too many people.
Rather, there's a future in which health, education, and well-being improve
Nearly.
while mortality rates decline.
You been on the freeway here? Too many people.
Relax over there, Thanos. Everything's going to be fine. You need to snap your fingers, get rid of half the population, all right?
Have we checked the weight limit on Earth? Is there a place that... I'm just saying.
Oh, well, you start getting rid of the fat people, right?
Yeah, get rid of them.
No, there's just too many people. I'm saying, is there a weight limit on Earth? In other words,
I heard you.
Okay, sorry. I'm just saying, a lot of people out there.
Yes.
They're all trying to move here. Okay.
I have no idea whose side you're on. It's crazy.
Well, I suggested they always do that deep fried thing at fairs.
Yes.
Sure.
I think deep fried birth control would be a good idea. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be controversial.
Well, if you really did it as a joke, it's fun.
No, you get around it by not telling them.
Also, is it deep fried pills or like deep fried IUDs? Because that's funny to me.
There's no reason for them to be deep fried at all.
Yeah, deep fried IUDs, you might gag getting them in.
Ooh, that's going to burn.
Okay. Now, you want to tell me what's coming up, Christy Lee?
Well, we're going to have a lot of animal stories. We have students and their pets moving back to school. We have goats helping with wildfires. And we have sponges that squeeze.
And
or
a very...
sneeze.
The rare squeezable sponge.
Yeah, those concrete sponges.
Yeah.
They suck.
They are not good.
A lot of grit. Right now, I want to tell you this. The Bob and Tom Show, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What am I talking about? I'm talking about taking care of your head the way you take care of your car. You got to keep it working properly. Your brain needs a lot of things, and you want to be in a good spot inside your head. Plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, of course. One of the most important things you can do is take care of it by maybe talking to somebody. This is where BetterHelp Online Therapy comes in. BetterHelp, by the way, online therapy offers video therapy, phone therapy, even chat-only therapy sessions. And by the way, you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to be, but you can if you want to. By the way, it's also more affordable than in-person therapy. BetterHelp Online Therapy is what I'm talking about. You can be matched with a therapist in as few as 48 hours. Get all the details by going to betterhelp.com/BT show, because we have a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. We can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/BT show. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. Have a great life. Come on, let's get that head in order. God knows I need it. We have a lot coming up, including Sexy Time with Allie Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger. Eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual. And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Where's my Sprite, my new car? That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
They have something to shoot for,
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
You want to learn how to avoid a-holes in your life?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do, Christy. I come in early.
Apparently, there is a gentleman, Robert Sutton, a professor of organizational behavior and engineering at Stanford University, has written 2 books about a-holes and how people can survive them. Here are his suggestions.
It's pretty easy.
Steps to avoid and change the a-hole in your life.
Does it involve not going to an axe hurling bar?
Number 1, create physical distance. One of the most reliable ways to become an a-hole is to be around them. I've got to go.
I am out of here. That Woods attended a private meeting of top players to discuss the threat of the Saudi-funded LIV golf tournament. One person invited to the meeting said it was a time to get on the same page about the Saudi threat and how the PGA Tour needs to respond. Major League Baseball yesterday, interleague action. Red Sox beat the Pirates 5-3. American League winners, Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Detroit, Minnesota, Oakland, the White Sox, and Seattle. And National League winners, the Phillies, Atlanta, Miami, the Cubs, St. Louis, Milwaukee, and San Francisco. And the WNBA playoffs begin tonight. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Al from the MES News Center in New York. I'm Tom Bochow. In Bogota, Colombia, Brian Naranjo, age 18, says being small has its advantages, one being having a better view of girls in miniskirts, standing just 27.9 inches tall. Naranjo was named the smallest man in Latin America by the Guinness Book of Records.
27 inches tall.
Besides holding the #1 position, he fulfilled another dream by going to Disneyland, where he called the It's a Small World exhibit disappointing. In Stockholm, Sweden, Leif Borg, warning he would blow the courtroom into the air just 10 minutes earlier at his divorce trial, pulled dynamite from his briefcase and set it off. killing himself and seriously wounding his wife's lawyer, severing the lawyer's limbs.
Wow.
Witnesses said the explosion occurred during proceedings to determine how the couple's property would be split. For once, a lawyer got the charge that cost him an arm and a leg.
And on a high one, that a boy.
Good move. Throw away the script and get out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald look like a fender bender.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
Hello.
And you remember Lord's famous line about gun control more.
Yes. The relationship taught me a lot. It taught me they won't sell you a handgun if you're crying.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom.
Up today on Q95.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
Got a song today? How many? Just one, right?
No, we've had 4.
Is that right?
Yeah. Could I hear that Draymond Green song again? God, I love that.
There's Josh Arnold, the upside sidekick desk.
Hey.
There's Jessica Holzman.
Hey, chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
On your last nerve, are you, buddy? This'll help. My new feature. What show should we do another story we've already done on? Oh, I know this one. The answer is we had a story about the marijuana bar.
He's off entirely on his own. not waiting for anybody else. Not acknowledging our presence.
He's like a train on a football field.
He's just out of here.
It's like a dog and a tennis ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
He can go without us.
What would you like to do?
I want to hear Pat's little tune again about Draymond Green.
Okay.
Because once again he had a marijuana bar, a devil's lettuce salad bar, if you will, at his wedding. Which and it's a big story. All the 3 strains of marijuana, and I got this letter about that.
Okay.
Because I mentioned the something blue was Blue Kush. Got this letter from an ace marijuana grower, not you, Ace. We'll just call him DS.
He calls himself an ace marijuana grower.
Well, his name is DeRace.
Why did you give his name?
We'll call him DS.
You just gave his name.
Well, that's just his first name.
And it's a very unique, specific name.
Yeah. Couldn't have been. There's like 2 in America.
Well, the good news
Let's move on.
The good news is his last name is relatively uncommon.
Chamberlain? Washington?
It's S.
There's cameras in here. Just read the
Starts
thing.
with an S. Hi, guys. My name is DeRace S. I am a master grower of marijuana. Blue marijuana is absolutely real. To achieve the buds of blue, you raise your pH from 6.0 to 8.5.
This is some weed nerd. I don't want to hear from
Like
him.
with hydrangeas. If you want to change the color, you change the pH. Yeah.
Okay, well, I this is backing me up on my Blue Kush joke.
right,
All right.
But there are just these. There we go. We have some blue marijuana over there.
But I'm just saying, though, for that joke, marijuana, most folks think it's green, right?
Right.
I would have said there's going to be something old, something new, and something green. Maybe is that a different route to go?
That would be funny.
And it ties in Draymond Green.
So seriously, so the joke doesn't work. We're there. Okay, I acknowledge that. But the song that Pat did, I think, is very clever and very funny. Pat, would you please play it?
Smoke with me, blunts at the wedding. Eat all the cake, such a beautiful setting. Draymond. Draymond!
Oh.
Draymond! Draymond, till your dreams come true! That hurt!
Just a short little salute to the great band Aerosmith and their terrific song, Dream On.
My gosh, I could not do a weed wedding. I would just be eating. I would be at the cake the whole time. I was eating constantly and then sleeping.
It's a
at the table.
nice day for a weed wedding. Okay, now I got another thing I want to mention here. This is kind of cool.
Okay.
We were talking about this movie on Netflix with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg called Me Time. if you'd like to see this movie before anybody else, we have a special contest right now. You can win a private screening of the Netflix buddy comedy Me Time with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. 5 winners will receive a private screening link to view a virtual screening of Netflix Me Time from their home.
Oh.
This is going to be August 23rd before its official release on Netflix, August 26th.
Cool.
Then I have to say this thing. See official rules for complete details.
All right.
Okay.
I'd like to get a hold of that link. I could watch it early.
Well, you can't. You're not eligible. Everybody else.
can't.
Once again, it's bobandtom.com/contest. Speaking of contests.
Yes.
Very excited about this. We've been talking a little bit about fantasy football. I don't know if you heard this, Willie. Chick has finally named his fantasy football team. They're going to be the Guardians of the Commanders. Incorporating the 2 worst new names in professional sports into one great title.
Yes, Willie.
Are we doing a work league?
I don't know what kind of league it is. Kostaki's.
Oh, okay. I got it.
But
Okay.
we're also going to be doing a contest every week where you could win a fabulous big green egg.
Cool.
To celebrate that,
Yeah, we've got the pick-em, right?
We're going to be having big green egg
Friday
here.
cookout. Yeah.
All right. We're going to be cooking right here in the outside the building. Right now, I turn back to Christy Lee. She is at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have you missed anything?
A Louisiana college is welcoming students back to campus. That's not unusual.
LSU?
Louisiana, not LSU. But they're allowing them to bring their pets with them this year. The pet-friendly Living Learning Community Pilot Program is taking place at Nichols State University. Alex Coad, Nichols Director of Residential Living, said 7 students signed up to bring their pets to campus this semester. Woo.
7 students?
Yeah.
That's can be
7.
labeled as indifferent at best, don't you think?
Mostly dogs, but there are a few cats. Vice President for Student Affairs, Michelle Caruso, said, "We wanted to create this community as a way to both enhance the quality of life for our students and also challenge them to grow in personal and social accountability."
So I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, but what if you're allergic to cats and you're in the dorm with them?
Well, then you don't deserve to go to college.
No, they must make exceptions, I would hope.
Wait, real quick. People that are allergic to cats don't deserve to go to college?
Right.
Sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Everything.
Just dander instead. Just in general, any kind of
Maybe
dander.
you could have I think it'd be if you had like a pets only dorm. And
yeah, that would
I
make
think it's
sense.
great though. It gives you a sense of responsibility. Obviously, you'd have a problem. All your beer pong balls would probably get chewed up by your dog.
Sure.
You can't tell if that pile of puke is from a frat boy or from one of the dogs. But yeah, I think it's fun.
Do you ever have a dog that plays ball with itself? Like it gets the ball and kind of like heaves it out, like out of his mouth, and then runs after it and brings it back to himself.
I thought you meant licks his testicles.
No.
Even if they're gone, they do that. Yeah, the ghost licker.
Oh.
The ghost.
Ghost licker in the sky, Pat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ghost licker in the sky.
You know, when you've had your dog neutered, and they still go down there and
they'll probably lick the scar tissue.
Yeah, the empty sack. I mean, like years afterward.
There's no sack there.
That sounds like something you call me. You empty sack.
They take the whole thing. There's no sack on the dog.
God, I didn't know that. I thought they left the sack just for.
No, my dog doesn't have a sack.
Haven't you had a dog
neutered?
I'm sure.
Yeah, several of them.
Have you ever had a boy dog?
You ever check the testicles out afterward?
I currently have. All I have right now is my one. I'm down to one dog for the first time in 30-some years.
Wow.
But the new puppy was born 3 days ago.
Oh.
We're going to be picking up the new puppy.
In 3 months.
Did you guys, Willie, did you know that there was a point in his life where we couldn't say how many dogs he had on the air because it was against the law?
I remember that. It was probably 2007.
Yeah. I think he had like 9 or something.
He needed a kennel license.
There
We
might
had
have occasionally
6.
been 7.
We had 6. It was crazy.
That's the thing. That'd be the great thing about being a billionaire. You could have 10 dogs, and wouldn't that be great? Hello, boys. Good morning. Ladies, good to see you.
Why stop at dogs? You need like exotic pets.
No,
like
see, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that buys
Alpacas?
No.
Haven't you seen a cute alpaca? Come on.
I don't know. I want dogs.
Sorry, the giraffe stepped on Finley's foot. She's been crying all day.
No. Dogs.
And their necks is too long.
Here in Western civilization, we have domesticated the dog.
If you had 10 dogs, you'd be sweeping all the time.
I need stuff to do anyway. So anyway, this college, you can bring your dog, which I think is great.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
It is fun. But only 7 students signed up. That's kind of a surprise.
I bet there's a fee.
Oh.
There must be, yeah.
Maybe they have to be service animals, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, because
it didn't say anything about that.
You know, at Hogwarts, you could bring your pets.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, I'd take an owl. That'd be awesome.
Rat?
Yep.
What was the name of that rat again?
I don't know.
I do not know.
The one guy, the little weasel rat. Okay,
you know that's make believe, right?
Hogwarts. Don't tell my little girl that.
Okay.
Don't listen to that muggle.
Have you taken her to Universal yet? To see?
We're planning.
Is she aware of it being out there?
Oh yeah, we're heading down there. I know. Right now,
all of us too.
Coming up, we have human remains in the news.
Oh,
in a suitcase.
Neat. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah, isn't that uplifting?
Wait till you hear where they found it. This could be on TV sometime soon. Also coming up.
Oh, it wasn't make how to deal or no deal, was it? I'll take number 12. Oh, God!
Where's Howie?
And we have, what did you say, Christy? Sponges you can't squeeze. That's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Got a chance for you to be a big winner. You could win a virtual screening of the Netflix movie Me Time, starring Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. Just head to bobandtom.com/contest or the Bob and Tom Show app to register to win. You can see official rules for complete details. It's the Netflix Me Time private screening contest, and you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, you could be the winner. Got to enter to win. bobandtom.com/contest. Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg. Oh, well, how long has it been since these kids have been together? The movie Me Time on Netflix, and again, a virtual screening could be yours. Good luck from everyone here at the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at your entertainment news. Opening statements in R. Kelly's federal trial are set to begin today in Chicago. Yesterday, among those chosen to sit on the jury, a retired real estate agent and a librarian. Kelly accused of sex charges as well as fixing his 2008 child pornography trial. The girl who allegedly was in a sex tape with Kelly that was central to that trial is now in her 30s and is expected to be the government's star witness. Prosecutors say Kelly threatened and paid her to not testify in 2008. Kelly has denied wrongdoing. Again, that trial gets underway in Chicago later today. The challenge that faced the Elvis Presley birthplace and museum in Tupelo, Mississippi was to get visitors back in the area of COVID-19. Then the Elvis movie came out, and things have been bustling ever since. Executive Director Roy Turner says the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal visits picked up in April and really picked up when the film came out this summer. Turner says the movie has inspired a lot of young people to check out Elvis. He says the birthplace gets more visitors, which he thinks is because the movie and Elvis's connection to the community. Black Pumas say they will press pause and step away from touring for the rest of the year. They call the decision difficult. No details on why. Black Pumas have canceled several shows this summer due to what they call unforeseen circumstances. And that's a look at your entertainment news. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Are you a pickleball player?
Thanks. That's you and my dad. That's all I care. Frank, I gotta play some pickleball. I got 2 new knees. Gotta play pickleball with me. I want to play pickleball. 2 new knees. He's like, went 2 for 3. I'm like, he's like, I moved up two spots in the lineup. Moved up 2 spots in the lineup. I'm like, you're hitting well? No, 2 guys died. That's not even a joke. The 75 and over.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Special guest, Randy Gandhi.
He's a Randy Gandhi. We say Randy.
Randy Gandhi?
Randy Gandhi.
Randy Gandhi. The answer is
sputum samples.
Sputum samples.
Exactly.
The question.
What do you call someone who's a spitting image of junior samples? Answer is
yes.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Yes.
Oh no.
What did Barbie yell as she made love with Ken in the tool shed? The answer is aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Yes.
The question. Tough envelope.
What does the coat girl say to Sammy Davis right after she says, hat, sir? The answer is Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
What happens when Stevie Wonder tries to shave himself?
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Got tickets for that.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick McGee.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Howdy.
There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
Chick McGee, and now Norton's going to read us out. What do you got, Tom?
Got a letter here.
Yeah.
If you want to reach us, how do you do that, Josh?
Email us.
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
Very helpful.
Oh,
no, you're gonna regret that bad answer.
He's so used to.
You're gonna regret that lack of cooperation when I read this.
He's so used to.
I initiated a new feature last week. In which I had told the story that I often find with comedians that sometimes when they're reluctant to really do anything, and maybe if you ask them about a piece that they have been working on that no one thinks is funny, they will often try it out on us.
Right.
That's very good. Good morning, sirs, and Christy. I was wondering what happened to the segment where Josh would tell jokes that he wasn't going to use in his act because they weren't working. I really enjoyed it. Can we please get more from Josh's reject list?
Oh, boy. I always kind of hoped that you would never ask me this because I wouldn't have, but I got a letter. No, I know. Nothing.
This comes to us from Cody. Thank you, Cody.
Because every time you ask a comedian that, in my head, I go, I don't know what I would say.
Is there something that you have tried to talk about that just didn't go?
You've got that chunk about your niece that never really works in the road. Might want to just cut that.
Yeah, I'd have to give it some. I'd have to go through some notebooks and give it some thought.
Okay, nothing just jumps to mind.
No,
you got a favorite topic that no one else thinks is funny.
I know I'm not a stand-up comic, but I always thought this would be a great bit for divorced women. Like they should have during HGTV, those fix-it-up shows or whatever.
Right.
They would have a running ticker like they do on SportsCenter. You know, Mrs. Jones just released her husband after 23 years. He's still got a lot of good miles on him or something. So you'd know who was available and who wasn't, like a free agent kind of thing.
That's genius. That's like on reality dating shows and
Yes,
stuff?
don't you think that'd be a great idea?
That's very, with their Instagram handles at the bottom, so you can check them out.
Absolutely.
Is there a dating app called Handymen?
I don't know. Oh, it's not a dating app, but there's an actual handyman app.
No, but I mean, well, I guess that probably sounds like it's kind of a gay thing, doesn't it? I'm just saying, would you want like a handyman heterosexual thing where ladies could find a guy that not only was he whatever you were looking for, but he was handy around the house?
I don't want to sound like a gay thing.
No, that'd be fine if there were one for gay handymen also. I'm sure there are some very handy gay men.
But that was my thing when I was dabbling in comedy. I always tried to make that. I could never get that to work.
Now, one guy in the Village People looked pretty handy, right?
He wore a tool belt.
And
yeah, of course.
Sure.
You wear that tool belt and no pants?
Yeah, there may have been a time.
I think you might have made that.
You think hitting your thumb with a hammer is a bitch? you hit the old.
Man, I bet that does hurt.
that is gonna hurt. I may put you out for a while. I'm so sorry. You keep thinking, Josh. What else you got over there, Christy Lee?
A company in New York has raised over $146,000 to create an action figure of Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. The Kickstarter campaign originally sought to raise $30,000 to produce the toy figure of Zelensky. In the campaign description, the company called Zelensky, quote, an unlikely hero, adding he's not a superhero, but he is sure heroic.
Sure.
The action figure, a collaboration with artist Mike Levitt, depicts Zelensky in olive-toned fatigues, the uniform he has worn since the start of Russia's war with Ukraine. 3,819 backers pledged a total of $146,634 to receive their own action figure. Wow. Every dollar for all of them sold will go to Ukraine.
It seems a little light.
Yeah, it does.
On the donation end of things. What do you think, Josh? Would you like a
Zelensky?
That's kind of cool.
Action figure?
Yeah, no, no, I don't need one.
No.
I like that they're doing it, but why would I?
I'd like to get one and then get a Putin one and then make him smooch, you know?
Oh, really bring love into this. Yes, yeah.
Trying to save the world.
Love, peace, and happiness.
I mean, most American politicians you turn into inaction figures. Time for more sitting and talking and doing nothing. Okay, thank you very much.
We'll be back with more of Mark Russell. Right.
Okay. You can get the famous, do the famous penis piano bit of his.
What?
Of Zelensky's?
You don't know that?
Yeah.
I don't know that bit.
He does a penis piano bit?
Yes, he was a famous stand-up comedian.
I knew that.
And he played the president of Ukraine in a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a famous piece where he was playing the piano with his male member.
Actually doing it?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh.
You think Clinton was adept?
Wow.
He could certainly play Lewinsky, but he never played any Chopin on that baby.
Wow.
Tinkled the keys there, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Is the bomb shelter sold separately, by the way?
It doesn't say.
Okay, I'd like to find out. Well, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Human remains were found in a trunk purchased at a storage unit auction in New Zealand. You just brought this up yesterday, didn't you? Storage Wars or something?
Yes, we did talk about that.
Did anything interesting ever show up when you
Chick
buy
was
one of
wondering,
these?
yeah.
Well, look at this. The residents
I'm
of a
right
South
here.
Auckland
Yes, I
home.
was wondering that.
I thought the two of you were talking about it.
Well,
Had gone to a storage unit.
It doesn't matter who said it.
I think it does.
You know, this is like those news stories where we were the first to report World War II here on Channel 13.
That's why, and I was on your side with that. You said it.
I don't care.
So these people.
Oh, gosh.
So they
They picked up a trailer load of goods that they bought at auction from a storage unit. We've all seen this before.
She's still talking.
And then what happened?
Oh, man. They made a grisly discovery upon returning home.
Was it you stapling chicks' nuts to the wall?
Hey!
A neighbor said her son had seen a suitcase as well as other luggage that were taken off a trailer and into a forensic tent. Uh-oh. Another neighbor said there had been a wicked smell in the area, and a former crematorium worker said he recognized the smell as that of a decaying body.
Oh, the man knew from experience.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that on Storage Wars.
No, you're not.
Let's hope not.
Ugh.
Or on that Pawn Stars show.
How much do you get for a leg?
What's that guy's name?
Oh, my God.
I don't know anything at all about dead bodies, but I got a friend.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I got a human skull and a femur. Can we trade those in?
Yikes.
Isn't there a scene in... Is it Silence of the Lambs where they go into the storage bin?
Yeah, storage unit there.
And there's a head in a jar?
Yeah, in a car, yeah.
Your self-storage?
Ugh.
That's scary.
That is scary.
Do they ever find anything super cool in any of these Storage Wars things?
That's what we were asking. Chick was asking yesterday.
I've never seen the show. I'm asking you.
I've never watched it.
I know people have made money with what they've gotten, but I don't know if there's anything like, oh my gosh, this is...
Barely make money.
Okay, well...
if you have something really expensive, are you going to put it in a storage unit?
Well, maybe they did and something happened to them. Maybe they put their stuff in storage, they went on some kind of adventure and never came back. And you go inside and...
Like Benjamin Raspel.
Don't say that name, Dr.
Coming up, we have comedian Allie Breen and the show known as Sexy Time. It's my favorite segment, and it's coming up. But right now, I want to say, Josh, you've been on the road a lot lately. I know you're going to be on the road again soon, doing some great stand-up comedy. I will remind you that comedian Greg Warren is in Glendale, Arizona this weekend, starting Friday at the Stir Crazy Comedy Club. Then he'll be at Zany's in Chicago, then the Jukebox in Peoria, all coming up. But if you're on the road and you want to save money on gas, Josh, tell me what you do.
I use the incredible app that everyone who buys gas needs to know about. Of course, I'm discussing Upside. Our listeners are earning cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. Here's what you do. Download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use promo code Bob and Tom for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up. That's cash back, baby. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. Use Get Upside. It's easy, and it's real cash, and it really adds up. In fact, $1 million cash back is being earned by users each week. People, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other loyalty program or credit card reward dealy-do. And it's available at businesses all over the U.S. 30,000 plus total businesses to be exact. I mean, I guess 30,000 plus isn't necessarily exact, but including big name brands and those gas stations that you love so much in your local area. Just use promo code Bob and Tom when you download the Upside app. Once again, it's free. Use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on that first tank. That's code Bob and Tom on the Upside app.
Thank you very much, Joshy. Coming up, it's going to be Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We've been waiting all morning. It is Sexy Time. Comedian, relationship expert Allie Breen on the way next, as well as Jessica Alsman. Scorched Earth from the Bits and Pieces podcast. We'll find out together someone's problems, and who knows, we might be able to help them. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Sexy Time. And Dear Allie with comedian Allie Breen, ALLIBREEN, across all social media. Coming up next, Sexy Time on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Britain's inflation rate rose to a new 40-year high of 10.1% in July. Rising food prices tightened a cost of living squeeze fueled by soaring energy prices. The Office of National Statistics said Wednesday consumer prices inflation hit double digits, a jump from 9.4% in June and higher than analysts' central forecast of 9.8%. It said the increase largely due to rising prices for food and staples, including toilet paper and toothbrushes. Most economists believe the worst is yet to come. Bank of England says soaring natural gas prices likely to drive consumer price inflation to nearly 13% in October. A former Tokyo Olympic Organizing Committee board member and 3 people from a clothing company that was a surprise sponsor, of the 2020 Games arrested on bribery suspicions Wednesday. Prosecutors said Hiroyuki Takahashi, a former executive at advertising company Dentsu, is suspected of receiving bribes from the former head of Aoki Holdings, Inc. and 2 company employees. Aoki is linked with Japan's so-called recruit suits that youngsters fresh out of school wear for job interviews and their first jobs. It was a surprise pick to dress the Japanese Olympic team. The bribery believed to be linked to sponsorship of the Tokyo Games and products related to the Olympics. Japan pursuing the 2030 Winter Olympics for Sapporo. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Hi, this is Tom. Coming up Thursday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
We'll hear some music from Pat Godwin.
They were swinging. We stepped inside. Next thing I know, my wife's completely bare in a pile of people. Met her legs up in the air. Just a swinging.
That's Thursday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning, you're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a...
Got a...
yeah, and it's with my wife.
Okay.
And, well,
she's not letting you...
You know.
Or she's not giving you...
Well, yeah, and...
oh, boy.
You know, I was wondering how long that would...
She's not doing the...
Yeah. And
Okay. Have you tried...
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I. have
you followed... Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right. Well, thank you for every...
That ought to get you...
well, yeah. Okay.
You know. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today. And thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show...
You know.
Right.
Sure.
Fabulous program.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Maybe we'll get a song out of him at some point today. There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair. There's Jessica Holzman.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. We have...
oh, my God, it's a blank screen.
No, it's okay. Come on. We're going to talk with Allie Breen. Oh, there she is. Hey, Allie.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out where you are this time.
Oh, that's New York.
Oh, that's your apartment? Wow.
It's my apartment.
A rare treat.
Yeah.
Plant looks a little dusty.
I was just going to say I forgot to dust for Ace. Now I'm nervous.
Before we get to you, Allie, I want to remind everybody we've got a little contest going on right now. If you want to see the new Kevin Hart movie before anybody else, it's a buddy comedy, actually, with Kevin Hart and the great Mark Wahlberg, and it's called Me Time. It's exclusively on Netflix, and we've got a little thing going on. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. 5 winners will receive a private screening link to a virtual screening of Netflix Me Time. You can watch it at your house before anybody else can see it on August 23rd. Its official release on Netflix is August 26th. See official rules for complete details. It's Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg, Me Time, a new buddy comedy, and you can be the first to see it. Once again, check it out, bobandtom.com/contest. Now, we turn to Allie Breen in New York City, and Allie's been gallivanting all over the world this summer, but she's actually home, and when she's home, she opens up her mail, and it's sexy time mail. You can reach her at ALLIBREEN, Allie Breen. What have you got, Allie?
Dear Allie, my girlfriend is very jealous and recently seems to know everything I do or say in private, and someone told me she probably cloned my phone. I seriously don't do anything wrong, but should I do something crazy via phone to see if she confronts me about it? If she did, this is a huge red flag, right?
I think it's already a red flag.
Hell yeah. What is
it?
clone?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. What does that mean?
They can basically see whoever you're texting, whatever you're opening up. It's almost like they can...
How can you
Does
do
it
that?
appear on their phone?
Yeah, it's like an app, I think. The way you can open it up and it's like you're looking at their phone. I looked it up after this. Yeah, you basically just need to have someone else's security code and be able to get into their phone, and you can clone their phone.
They do this in the TV series You on Netflix. It's either season 1 or season 2 he does it. It's pretty creepy.
That is creepy. He needs to get out now. There's no excuse for this.
I don't think she actually cloned it. I think she probably just assumes...
Of course you'd be on this lunatic's side.
I'm not saying you should totally just break up if you can't.
Is there a way to? I don't understand the technology here. Is there a way to test to see if your phone's
That's what he's asking.
You can take it somewhere.
Oh, you can?
I think so.
Oh.
So what makes it?
She might just be snooping into his phone too. Maybe when he's sleeping, she's just going through.
Right.
I mean, that's less crazy to me.
Too jealous. Break up with her.
Yeah, too jealous.
What makes him think that she's done this?
She knows
it's like
things
she's
that
like
only
Google. She knows everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So he's suggesting put a red herring out there of some sort.
Like, hey, I'm meeting Susie for lunch at 11 or something, and see if she brings it up.
Maybe she's sleeping with your best friend. He's just telling her.
No,
I don't know where that came from.
I'm officially lost now. I was already confused. Now I give up. Okay, next.
Right, like she's doing something wrong, so she assumes he's doing something wrong. That could be the case.
Shut up, Edith.
All right, dear Allie, I met my girlfriend on a sugar daddy website. We've been together for a year. I pay her rent, her gym membership, and her car expenses, plus lots of gifts. I want her to move in with me, and she agreed. I assumed I'd still be giving her gifts, etc., but she says she'll only move in if I still give her the money for rent that I had been giving her.
Out. Get out now.
Oh, my God.
Get out.
Now it doesn't feel like she really loves me. What should I do?
Sugar daddy.
We're not laughing at you.
Yeah, man.
This poor man.
He loves your money just a little bit more than you, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, you've made your bed with luxury sheets.
Uh-huh.
Now sleep in it, buddy.
That's right.
Very good, Willie.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you found her. On a sugar daddy website.
And explain to me, is there one called
Oh,
Sugar
yeah,
Daddy?
absolutely. I know 2 women that have done very well on sugar daddy websites.
Really?
I wonder if she's wanting the money for rent to keep her apartment to keep renting, or
no, she just wants the money.
Just say she wants an allowance. Then, well, yeah, there you go.
And one of the girls doesn't even sleep with this guy.
Does he want to
I
sleep
was just
with
going to
her?
say, wait, did they fall? Like, has she fallen in love with either of them, or is it completely?
No. This is one woman. There are two different women. One girl, she just dates a lot of guys, and they give her gifts. And the other girl has a boyfriend, but they quite a bit older than her. But they don't. She does not have any. And she said from day one, "I will not do anything."
Why would he agree? What do they do? Do they go?
They go out to dinner. He pays her bills. I don't understand it, but
It's like
there
a
are men
buddy.
out there that want to take care of women.
Yeah. You can
That's
cut
still
her
less
off.
crazy than dominatrixes, who people pay to just be mean to them without sleeping with them. At least she's being nice.
Josh,
Yeah.
now, Josh, didn't you know someone that had some kind of internet thing where they would?
Oh, yeah, that's right. She was an online dominatrix, yeah. And they wanted to be...
Over the phone and stuff?
Yeah, and via text, and they wanted to be abused and insulted. And,
I respect this woman.
And
This
in
is
fact,
amazing.
things like...
bossed around.
Hey, Tom, are we hiring?
And there was like some extortion as well, like... hey, send me 100. Like these guys would go, okay, I'm signing up with you. Here's my boss's phone number and here's my wife's phone number. If I don't do what you say, you can contact them.
Oh.
And so she would go, send me $100. And they would go, I can't today. And she'd go, well, I'm telling your boss all about how you
Oh my God.
Yeah. Brutal.
And they
They should just call this segment of the show. We'd all be rich.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. There's a lot of weirdness going on.
Yeah, I mean, they got off on it. I'm glad I don't.
You
Yeah,
can get
me
paid to
too.
humiliate someone, though. That's amazing.
That's exactly
I
what
get
that
paid to
was.
humiliate
Like, you
people.
Yeah,
I get paid to humiliate people. You ever listen to this show? Look around the room.
That's real
But
funny,
they
Tom.
finish when you do it.
I'm sorry. Allie Breen is the host of Sexy Time, and we try to help people with their love trouble. So far, we're 0 for 3. What do we got next?
Dear Allie, I was married for 18 years. I have 2 kids, and my husband got a vasectomy after we were done. He left me last year for a much younger woman. I came home the other day to a message confirming my ex-husband's appointment for a reverse vasectomy. I'm still really hurt by what happened, so I called back and canceled his appointment.
Oh,
I know.
God.
I know he'll just reschedule, but it made me feel good, and I really just wanted to share.
Good for you. I
Really just want... All right.
love this letter.
That's kind of funny.
I can't imagine why he would leave.
Well, if he can update his info, that's his fault.
She seems like such a wonderful person.
Why in the... Oh, my
It's just a slight hassle for the guy.
Yeah.
But,
It's like canceling a dental appointment.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
I like
it's also
it.
unnecessary. Hopefully now you can just move on without having to do anything like that.
Childish. She didn't burn his car or anything?
You have to
Set it on
co-parent
fire?
children that you already have together. Why would you treat someone
How do
like
they do
that?
a reverse vasectomy?
Very carefully.
They put the little tube back together.
That's got to be hard.
They can just fuse it.
Well, no, actually, it's flaccid. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. Oh, during the surgery?
right, if it's hard, you can't do anything.
Are there any surgeries that require that?
Hard?
Erections?
Yeah, is there any surgery?
Yeah, if you get
it's got to be angry the whole time.
How would you do that?
Prenatal implantation.
I'd never heard of a nurse fluffer before.
Nurse Fluffer?
That should be the name of a character in a movie. Nurse Fluffer. Please. Okay, let's get to our next letter. Allie Breen, once again, ALLIBREEN. The show is called Sexy Time.
Dear Allie, I was kind of slutty in high school, and I slept with some of the girls' boyfriends.
Slept with some of the girls' boyfriends?
Including the most popular girl in school. I just found out my 20th high school reunion is scheduled for November, and I wasn't invited. Should I show up anyways or just let it go? P.S. I still look good, and a lot of my former classmates do not.
You go, girl.
First
You
of all,
graduated.
how are you not invited? Everybody's invited. You cannot not invite people.
Yeah, I just planned the class reunion. They
Yeah.
probably just don't have your email. I think.
Yeah, we just put it on Facebook, and if you
I still look good.
I didn't get an invite to my,
Yeah.
but it's because I wasn't on Facebook.
if you're not on Facebook, just go.
Yeah, you can go.
Are you sure it wasn't because you were a raging slut, Josh?
That may have been it. I did sleep with a lot of the girls' boyfriends.
It's a hazard to the
Yeah.
environment. They might have done it on purpose and
They might
but
have.
know that she'll find out. Yeah. That she'll obviously still be able
no,
to go.
they usually don't send an invite
yeah.
to these
Isn't-
things. It's
isn't
more word of mouth
The
or
best high school reunion scene. What is that?
Romy
movie?
and Michelle.
That's a great one. That's one of my favorites.
That is a great movie.
Yeah.
Something Wild.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Oh.
With Melanie Griffith.
Brilliant.
That's a great reunion scene. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Are there any other really famous high school reunion movies?
Grosse Point Blank is wonderful. Yeah.
Isn't
Beautiful
The Big
Girls.
Chill supposed to be better?
No, not quite. High school
not a
reunion.
high school
That's a
reunion.
college.
That's
More of a funeral.
Yeah.
But,
Christy, did you go to your high school reunion?
Yeah, I just helped plan the last one, remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went well. It was fun. Remember we had it in the hotel bar?
Oh, okay.
There used to be a bar.
Are there hookups and stuff like that? Do people still?
Oh, yeah, probably. There are hotels.
Interesting.
We had it at a hotel, so people who came in from out of town had a place to stay. So the best party was the after party. It was.
Now, Allie, with your, as we know you, I assume that you went to like 5 different high schools in 2 countries and 10 states.
I did actually go to 3 different high schools.
No kidding. Of course, I was joking.
I
No
really
kidding.
did, yeah. I know. That explains a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Where did you go to high schools?
Yep. I went to Arlington High, Brookline High, and Chelmsford High. My parents were divorced and had custody agreement.
Chelmsford, yeah.
Oh, the polo team fundraiser this year was absolutely.
What state are we talking about?
Many states.
It's all Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like fun. Which one did you actually
And
get? Which one did you get the degree from?
Chelmsford High.
Now, was that a co-ed public school or was that a ladies only?
No, it's a co-ed public school.
Okay.
No, yes. I did all co-ed public schools.
Wait, what's the mascot there?
Good old CHS, Rob.
I think it was the Lions.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was a lion.
Yep. And then when I went to UMass, the mascot's the Minutemen, which is not a great mascot for boys.
No.
You don't want to be a Minuteman.
No.
Yeah.
You know who was
Yeah.
UMass? Wasn't Dr. J a UMass, I think? Julie Survey?
UMass Amherst?
I think so.
Now, let's just
It
go.
was a great basketball
Let's
team.
go
I don't
around
even
the
know.
horn. We'll start with you, Willie. You were a
Panther.
Ace. Patriot. Chick.
Red Raider.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Like an
Lion.
Indian.
Lion. Joshy.
Falcon.
Giant.
Mm-hmm. Prepper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were a prepper, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get Godwin's.
Mountaineer.
Okay, sorry.
Mountaineer.
There goes the punch.
Yeah.
You should have gone to a game of
There goes the
Preppers.
punchline, Tom said, because we got Godwin's.
Yeah.
This prepper was the punchline. Get it?
Next letter.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend still has his ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on his chest. We've only been dating for 3 months, but can I ask him to cover it up? If he doesn't do it on his own, do you think he's hoping to get back together with her?
Oh, my God.
What's the name? Can we have a fun cover up here? What's the name?
Oh, yeah, we should have asked.
Like Godwin had Kim and he got it covered up, and I always wanted him to do Kim and then write Jong-un.
Oh, that's solid.
That's good.
Is there a fun name here?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
Connie
it is.
Spunt. So I don't know if there's anything.
Is there anything you can do with that?
Man, you could black out.
Maybe take like some roses that kind of go around and wind through the.
You've only been dating 3 months. Back off, man.
Well, I mean, it may just be a matter of the guy doesn't have time to get rid of it.
Right, or-
Doesn't it take a long time to get him removed? Isn't it a
Yeah, Jessica
process?
said it's really awful. Yeah.
It's several
Yeah.
sessions over multiple months. It's
Yes.
extremely painful.
Yes.
Now, Allie, do you have any tattoos? I assume you don't.
Zero.
Other than
Yeah,
other
I
than
don't
the-
like needles.
The Chelmsford Lions or whatever.
Chelmsford Lions.
Now, have you
No
ever considered
tattoos.
getting a tattoo? Because it would be with your alabaster skin. It would just be very easy to see. What'd you call it?
Yeah, it would be prominent.
Alabaster.
No, never. I mean, honestly,
She
I
knows who her
regret sending
parents are.
texts on a daily basis. Yeah. I regret, things I say, things I write constantly. I don't think I'd permanently mark myself. I'd
No,
regret it immediately.
We need to tell this lady, wait till he falls asleep, then carve it out with a nice sharp knife. I mean,
There we go.
that's that amounts to our regular advice.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Or
good.
at least crudely tattoo over it. Why
There
not?
you go. Yeah.
Make it a prison tattoo.
You saw it backwards so we could read it in the mirror. How about that?
What if it's like Denise or whatever, and then you just have him write, I hate Denise over it?
Oh, there you
Yeah. Or Denise is rude, something like that.
Rude.
Yeah, she sucks.
Well, we've learned a lot today, Allie, as usual. And once again, it's ALLIBREEN. Allie Breen.
Yes.
Write us with your love troubles, and we'll try to help you out. Thank you very much. Are you working this weekend, Allie?
Yes, I'm in the city this weekend at the Comic Strip Live, and then next weekend I'm in Mohegan Sun at Comics Roadhouse in Connecticut.
Right. Okay, great. Well, thank you. It's always a great pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
You're terrific.
Bye. See you, Allie.
Now, I want to remind you
She's
that...
always so happy.
Oh, she's great. I want to remind you that, I'll do it quiz style. Christy Lee, what is your sleep number setting for your sleep number bed?
45.
Oh, that's a nice soft mattress.
I like it that way, yes.
Chick McGee?
100.
That is a crisp, firm
Nope,
mattress.
not crisp at all. It's just firm.
Okay, let's just stick with
crisp
firm.
are potato chips.
Okay, and at the touch of a button, you could change that to 45, should you so desire. Sleep Number Bed is having their biggest sale of the year.
Josh has a Sleep Number bed.
Josh, what's your sleep number setting?
Oh, 65. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Not really an interesting sleep number.
Well, it is, and I'll tell you why.
It's kind of
See,
it's
What?
if this were the Three Bears, it's not too firm, not too soft.
Perfect for me, man.
Just right.
Perfect for you. That's the beauty of it. I don't have all day to take everybody's sleep numbers.
He's got to tell people about Sleep Number. He doesn't have all day to hear about Sleep Number. Okay? Let's pick it up here.
Choose proven quality sleep from our friends at Sleep Number. Every great day starts the night before. And like I said, Sleep Number, the biggest sale of the year at the Sleep Number store. The smart beds are on sale, all of them. You can save 50% on the famous Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed for a limited time. Check this out right now. Go to sleepnumber.com/BT show. That's sleepnumber.com/BT show. Because like I said, every great day starts the night before with your Sleep Number bed, and it's adjustable so everybody's happy. This side could be firm, this side could be not so firm, and you could switch it up. It's that simple. Now, when we come back, we're going to be having our history lesson. I will also remind you, I'll ask you, Ace, say you missed some of today's show, but you wanted to watch it. How would you do that?
Catch Bob and Tom tonight on YouTube, about 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, thank you very much. We had some very exciting things that you may have missed. I will also tell you that, are we going to be able to squeeze in our sponge story?
Sure.
These are the sponges you can't squeeze, is that correct?
They're sneezing sponges, not squeezing sponges.
Sneezing?
Yes.
Oh, the old sneezing sponge.
What about contraceptive sponges? Where do they figure?
They went away.
Oh, those were really handy.
Yeah, they sure were.
Knock one off, then clean the kitchen counter.
That's right.
Okay, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, say it to my face. And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh, No, You Didn't. Pretty good. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, Just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh, no, you didn't!"
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
We learn a lot during the course of the Bob and Tom Show. Today, no exception, plus a look at history as we look back at this August 17th with Professor Tom Griswold at the History Desk. And again, the things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show today, all coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We're not done with you knuckleheads yet. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. How you doing? Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom News headlines. Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney has been defeated in the GOP primary in Wyoming. She fell on Tuesday to Harriet Hageman, a rival backed by former President Donald Trump. Cheney describing her loss as the beginning of a new chapter, telling supporters that our work is far from over. Nepal's most sacred river, also its most polluted, in the capital, Kathmandu. Raw sewage is dumped directly into the Bagmati River. Heaps of garbage are tossed in from along the banks. Once sparkling and clear, today the river's waters are black and sludgy, undrinkable, unsuitable for even cleaning. During the dry months, an overwhelming stench pervades the area by the river. You can imagine. Volunteers gather each weekend to pick up garbage. The government's building canals to divert the sewage from the river. Some environmentalists and people who live along the holy Bagmati are not optimistic those efforts can make a significant impact anytime soon. Colorado Parks and Wildlife say a man shot and killed a bear that had entered his home looking for food early Saturday morning. Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokesperson Rachel Gonzalez said Monday the nearly 400-pound bear flipped a lever-handled door and found dog food inside the home in the ski resort town of Steamboat Springs. The homeowner confronted and shot the bear multiple times, killing it. Colorado has roughly 12,000 bears. Break-ins are common. Residents shooting and killing bears in self-defense, however, is rare. Gonzalez says the man had the right to shoot the bear since it was in his home and he felt threatened. And that's a look at your news update. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
We have a guy that is, I mentioned earlier, internationally famous for a little something. It's the only talk show devoted to the artistry of the bass guitar. It's a little thing we like to call Bass Talk. Wow. It's the Bass Talk Show with Mark Christopher Roman on the bass.
Yes.
Marcus, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Well, this bass player, he was having trouble finding a gig.
Mm-hmm. What a surprise.
Yeah. So he decides to take a part-time job in a funeral home.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So he's working with a funeral director, and they're late one night, and a local guy named Stanley Smith had just died. And he's there on the table in front of him, and they're just amazed at this guy's certain body part.
Oh.
It's incredible. It's astounding, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than any porno stars you've ever seen.
Wow.
So between the two of them, they decide this has to be saved for posterity.
Mm-hmm.
So they remove the body part. And they, well, who would know, right?
Right.
So they remove it and they stick it in this great big glass jar with formaldehyde. Well, the bass player decides he's going to take it home and show his wife. So he takes it home and he sets it on the table. He says, honey, come in here. You got to see this thing that I just brought back from the funeral home.
Yeah.
So she comes in and she takes one look at the jar and she goes, oh, my gosh. Stanley Smith is dead?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can see why people flock to the airwaves to hear the fabulous show.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
Here's Pat Godwin.
Stronger than dirt.
He's in the performance room. Doing nothing.
IBO.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
You don't have BO. I sit right next to you.
There's Jessica Alsman's here. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
What's up?
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. What are you snorting about there?
Nothing. I'm just thinking about jokes I can't do. Christy Lee is at the news. We promised we'd get your sponges you can't squeeze. What is it?
Here's a little science fact you probably didn't know.
I bet I did know.
Or didn't want to know.
You know it all.
Did you know that sponges sneeze?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Sponges sneeze.
A group of researchers has found that sponges sneeze to unclog their internal filter systems that they use to capture nutrients from the water.
They also
makes sense.
fart at the same time.
Really?
Same thing.
Spongers are one of the oldest multicellular organisms in existence.
Is my job.
Sneezing out mucus may be one of the oldest ways for organisms to get rid of unwanted waste. Well, it makes sense.
What are other isms, Tom?
Well,
there's organisms.
You can do something. Just add one letter to some.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, two is prism.
That's two letters.
Yeah. So
you just want to add one.
Schism.
Yeah, sure. That's adding three.
Additionally, scientists note that other animals who live with the sponges use sponge mucus as food.
I've got jizz.
I've got mucus.
I'm a sponge.
I've got a fart.
You could ask for it.
So you're helping a sponge blow its nose when you squeeze them up.
Yeah.
Squeeze them up.
Squeeze them up. Squeeze up the sponge.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay, thank you very much, SpongeBob.
Oh, yeah, I got to tell you this quick story.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. This week I took my mother, my mother-in-law, and my niece and my daughter to lunch.
Oh, boy.
And we went to a place. There's a place called Mimi Blue, and they have meatballs there, right?
Meatballs.
Great place.
What's it
Love
called?
it. It's called Mimi Blues.
Mimi Blues,
And
okay.
they sell meatballs. They're specialized in meatballs. And my ex-mother-in-law, she was so excited. She goes, I can't wait to eat at Mimi Blue Balls. I'm so excited.
Anybody? It's your ex-mother-in-law?
Oh, did you all just howl?
I loved it.
Anybody
She
care
was
to tag
embarrassed.
that?
She knew. That was great. We had a wonderful time. It was just so cute and sweet and innocent.
I hate eating at Mimi Blue Balls.
Time now.
They put the plate down and you go for a bite and they just take it away. You sit there.
Hey, where are my blue balls? Right
One
there.
time, they gave my friend food, and I had to sit there and watch it.
Okay, where was I? Oh, today in history. Where are we today?
August 17th.
You've got no idea what day it is.
I got it right here.
You're a sad state of affairs.
1877, Billy the Kid kills his first man. Oh, boy. That's
How many did he kill altogether? Do we know?
About 68.
Wow.
No, I have no idea.
The legend is that he killed 21 men, right?
Oh, I don't know. I have terrible history.
I think
you know
that's
that.
what it is, really. As we mentioned earlier, in 1969, the Woodstock Festival
finally ended.
Closed up.
Boy, if
shop.
only we had some music from that festival. We could look back on it.
We could do our tribute to Soul Sacrifice with Carlos Santana. Let's see.
We could do that fish song.
We have
Give me an
birthdays.
F.
Yeah.
We have birthdays. 1786, Davy Crockett.
Oh, King of the Wild Frontier?
King of the Wild. Well, that's what Disney called him. King of the Wild Frontier. Inventor of the Crockett Pocket.
What?
Crockett Pot. Did you mean to say Crockett Pot?
Crockett Pocket.
The Crockett Pocket.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It was like a hot pocket, but with raccoon and squirrel.
I see.
Did he wear
delicious.
that coonskin cap with the
Yeah.
I thought it was Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone.
Oh, okay.
Wrong Daniel, maybe.
Yeah.
They're all the same at this point.
Yeah, the
right?
coonskin cap, didn't that decimate the population of raccoons in the 50s?
I think
in
it
America?
did. Yeah.
I believe that's Daniel Boob. Okay, everybody?
Sorry.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a good thing. Daniel Boo, the boyfriend, and some.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Mae West, 1893.
Why don't you come up and see me sometime?
The Madonna of her time. I never found her attractive.
There was something fun, but especially pre-code. She was very saucy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's movie speak for
the Hays Code?
Yeah.
You know, I sure wish something bad would happen to you.
You are such a know-it-all.
What are you talking about?
I cannot believe it.
Give me a you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That
Smells
was from
fun.
Woodstock. It's from Woodstock.
First, you scared me so bad.
Okay, let's see. Who's going to know the answer to this? Maybe.
I will.
Okay.
We know.
Josh,
I
will.
Here you go.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Mark Felt.
Oh, of course.
Born 1913.
He's the inventor of the puppet.
That's right. And the material
Inventor
is
of
now
the
called.
felt tip pen.
Give me some Mark material.
Very famous in history.
Mark Felt.
Was he a creep? Always feeling stuff?
No. Mark Felt was Deep Throat.
Oh, yes.
The actual
That's right.
person that was the real Deep Throat.
There was a movie that came out, too, with Liam Neeson.
All the President's Men.
Post-code.
Very clever. Happy birthday, 1943. It's Robert De Niro.
I've heard of him.
Bobby D.
You talking to me?
Oh.
He can't hear you because he's so old now. He's deaf.
No, are you really talking to me?
I see your lips moving. He's great. It's Sean Penn, born in 1960.
Invented the writing instrument.
No. Sean Penn founded Penn State. That's nice.
Okay. And started as Spicoli, right?
Sure.
Now a very serious.
He's a terrific actor.
Yes.
Oh, boy, cancel time.
Uh-oh.
1963. Happy birthday, John Gruden. Poor Frank Caliendo, huh?
He'll be
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores, 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers. Napa, the fuel that helps drivers like you.
Did they laminate that for you?
Get up and go. Yes, so I don't throw it away. Hey, you run your own house over there. Don't be sticking your nose in my business.
Hey, meatballs.
We opened the show with Announcer Guy starring the fabulous Larry Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
Christy likes to shower at night before bed, so we all suffer. Pat Godwin got a facial yesterday in day 2 of
And
yoga.
you mean this is like a skin treatment?
Yes. Well, that's what you tell her to get her to let you do it.
Josh Arnold.
Yes?
Joshua.
Oh.
Goodness. Joshua, Matthew, you come right over
The
here.
NBA does the NBA drug test. Tom was very, very curious and called Draymond Green Drummond several times.
Which leads us to this great song.
He also played Hooray for Hazel about 9 times.
Drummond had the marijuana bar. The what is it called? The blunt bar, a sort of a devil's lettuce salad bar at his wedding. Get that song, Pat? I really enjoyed that very
He
much.
said he...
A little tribute.
Smoke with me, smoke at the wedding. Eat all the cake, such a beautiful setting. Draymond!
Oh.
Draymond! Draymond! Hope all your dreams come true. From memory.
That's what we did on today's show.
That's what we did.
But right now, I'm levitating. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.